settle back and enjoy our second live commentary of the afternoon. It is Heart of Midlothian against Aberdeen with Alan Preston, Niall McGinn and Thomas Duncan.
Thanks, Richard. Good afternoon. Big game at Tynecastle. It always is when Aberdeen visit Gorgie. But you suggest perhaps is a more significant game for the home sides here this afternoon. 3 points adrift at the foot of the Premiership after rivals Hibernians' fantastic victory at Motherwell yesterday. It really ramps up the pressure around these parts on Neil Critchley, who I think has encouraged many Hearts fans with the start he's made, but the results haven't been coming of late. 1 win in 7, and they are struggling, and at some point they're going to need to turn the corner. The omens at least are good for them in terms of the history of this fixture. The last 21 league meetings between Hearts and Aberdeen have been won by the home side. Aberdeen haven't won at Tynecastle since May 2017, when the man to my right, Niall McGinn, was involved in the lineup that day, and they tend not to come away from Tynecastle with the 3 points, and vice versa. Hearts with a shocking record recently at Pittodrie. So we'll see if that streak ends here this afternoon, and it looks like we're going to have a change of ends. Aberdeen moving over to shoot towards the school ends, where their own fans are housed in the corner. Tynecastle packed just about to the rafters, and the teams line up. Hearts with the maroon kits, maroon top, white shorts, maroon socks. Aberdeen in a sort of grey change kit with the black stripes down the sleeves and shorts. And Blair Spittle is poised and ready to get us underway here in the capital. Can Hearts get a significant result to get them off the foot of the table, or will Aberdeen close back to 2 points behind Celtic before the champions visit Pittodrie on Wednesday night? And it is James McGarry with his first touch, and it's nicked by Shanklin. Beningame into Spittle, pass round the corner, comes back to Spittle on the edge of the box, left-footed strike, blocked by McDonald. Hearts immediately on the front foot here, and then Devlin gets the right boot in, and it's bouncing about. Shaden Morris heads it up in the air, and it's all very frantic from Aberdeen. Beningame wins the ball, edge of the box, tries to look for Shanklin, but Devlin tucks in really well, gets back and hacks it away, captaining Aberdeen with Shinnie on the bench today. Nicky Devlin, cross comes in from the left, it's a brilliant ball, and Drama should have gambled, and he didn't, and it flashed across the face, and it's out for the Hearts throw-in on this near side. 0-0.
Brilliant start from Hearts, really good play by Beningame as well, trying to roll out the Shanklin, eventually goes to Forrest. It's a brilliant ball in, just not enough numbers in the box.
Yeah, that was James McGarry, who on his first touch looked to pick a pass inside from the left-back position, but Shanklin read it. So Hearts will want to make life uncomfortable for McDonald and McGarry, starting their first league games this season. Aberdeen, and then it's dropped for Beningame on the edge of the box. Tynecastle urge him to shoot, but he gives it to Forrest. Forrest drags it with the studs, and now Shaden Morris has it. Morris with grass in front of him, as he loves so much, but he's coy at the moment, going down the right hand side, and then he knocks it away from Devlin. Rolls comes across really well and knocks it into the main stand at Tynecastle. But Benny Beningame, he doesn't score many goals. That's twice he's had it on the edge of the box, and he's not pulled the trigger. Straight away, he should shoot straight away. Great start from Hearts, winning second ball straight away. Aberdeen probably a wee bit nervy to start off with. Great start for Hearts. I think when that cross came in, I think that's when you're wanting Lawrence Shanklin in the right place at the right time to get on the end of it. But great start to the game. Malloy gets to a loose pass and chips it forward for McGarry, puts the head down. He's going towards the edge of the box, comes infield, lays it to Clarkson. Clarkson onto the right foot, rolls it with the studs, back to Nielsen. Nielsen chipped forward to McGrath, up off his head, and he's managed to regather. Jamie McGrath, left-hand side of the box, goes down under a challenge from Oyegoke. Looking at the referee, wants a free kick, but it's not going to be one. That's a throw into Hearts. But Aberdeen, just with a couple of blips recently after starting the season with 13 wins in a row in all competitions, plus that draw as well at Celtic Park. Beaten for the first time in the league by St Mirren last weekend, and then that absolute bonkers game at Easter Road where they thought they'd nicked it with a stunning Sockler overhead kick, only for Rocky Bashiri to bundle in at the back post for the last kick. Hearts come down the right hand side, Malloy goes up and then hits the deck. Aberdeen have it, Malloy up the line for McGrath, doesn't have time to turn as Devlin was snapping at his heels and knocks it out for a throw-in. on this near side. That's the kind of performance these fans at Tynecastle want to see from the men in maroon.
It has to be high energy, and I think that's why Neil Klitsch has made so many changes as well. Just we're having a little set two here. Nielsen and Shanklin just off the ball, running into. Nielsen's actually preventing Shanklin from moving. Now he doesn't have to get out the way, but he's got a grip of him.
Well, I do remember a little incident in the 3-2 game earlier this season where Shanklin went kind of in on Mitov, and then Sivert Nielsen, let's just say, had a little go at him, a little laugh in his face. So I think there's history there from the reverse fixture at Pittodrie. So already getting involved, but on we go. Aberdeen with the ball at the back. Angus MacDonald's first game since July for the Englishman. Big switch out to the left-hand side though, and McGarry's in space and he controls it on the chest midway through the Hearts half, and that's a poor touch. And Oyegoke can get in there, and then Nielsen goes in on the slide and fouls Oyegoke, and it will be a free kick given to Hearts by the referee Kevin Clancy. Goalless after 4 minutes.
Hearts fans are wanting a yellow card there for Nielsen. It's not a yellow card, but because he's just been caught with Shanklin, the altercation there, that's 2 in a matter of a minute.
Yeah, Hearts free kick, Frankie Kent ready to take midway through his own half, and he goes back to Rolls. It's not the best pass, but Rolls comfortable enough as Sockler went to close down. Hearts go direct up to Shanklin. He's in behind Malloy, and then he tries to bring it down on the turn. That would have been a magnificent touch, but wasn't to be for the Hearts captain. But he's always so effective at letting the ball drop and use the body to get between the ball and the defender. Here's Morris into the centre circle for Clarkson as Aberdeen come forward up into the air, and Sockler controls it out on the right hand side, gives it infield to Palaversa, fizzes the ball towards Clarkson, but it's overhit. Kingsley gets across and knocks it off Clarkson into the main stand for a throw into Hearts down near the corner flag.
Now what do you think of Mitov, the goalie? He's made a big difference for them. He's been brilliant.
I think he's just brought a real calmness. I think with his feet as well on the ball, he's been excellent. I think speaking as well, it's a wee simple things I think that always help. I think when you have a keeper who's demanding, he's speaking to the back four, organising. He's even sort of out of possession when Aberdeen don't have the ball. He's very calm. You can see here now he's getting on the ball, and he will take chances at the right times, and he'll hit nice balls, maybe out to Nicky Devlin or Malloy. So he just brings out real calmness, and he's come up with big saves over the course of the season, and that definitely helps you when you sort of come to the March and the April time of year when a keeper's played a big part, that you can count on them to obviously help you with clean sheets.
Yeah, only Ashton Oxford of Motherwell had made more saves in the Premiership at the start of this weekend than Dimitar Mitov, as Aberdeen switch the play out to Morris on the right, controls it on the chest. Kingsley goes in, Morris puts in another challenge on Forrest, but Hearts have it, and then that's Forrest, a wild swipe into the middle of the pitch, and McGrath has won the header and goes back to McGarry just a few yards over the halfway line. Infield to Nielsen just at the centre circle for Aberdeen. Nielsen through the lines to Clarkson, then McGrath looks for Sockler, takes it back to goal, tries to return it to McGrath, but it comes off Devlin and goes through to Craig Gordon.
You can actually see Sockler making the run in between the two Hearts centre halves. He's looking for Nielsen to play that ball, just clip it over the top for him. Hearts
with the ball as they play out from the back. Beningame goes to Kingsley, who's then fired it up towards Shanklin. Had to come a long way deep to get that, and then it's headed out by Kingsley into the stands, and just looked a little uncomfortable there, Stephen Kingsley. It's his first league appearance under Neil Critchley. He's played a couple of times in Europe, but he's been out the team for a lot of the last few weeks. Hearts back, and as Morris down, I think he was tying his lace, thought he was injured there, the Aberdeen winger, but I think he was tying a loose lace, and Aberdeen have the throw-in just about in line with the edge of the Hearts box. Sockler shows, and it goes back to Palaversa, and then it's loose. Nielsen has it, then Beningame intercepts, and Hearts try to work it to drama, but there's a Hearts free kick, and Spittle was caught, and that will just break up the play from a Hearts point of view. It's still goalless here. 7 minutes played live on Sports Sound on BBC Radio Scotland.
Settled down a little bit now. Aberdeen have got their foot on the ball, a couple of passes after a frantic couple of minutes from Hearts at the start, where they're really putting Aberdeen under pressure.
Kai Rolls, centre back for Hearts, rolls it to Kent, his partner. Kent takes a couple of touches, looks up, and then goes out to the right hand side in Oyegoke, who's tended to play in the league games for Hearts under Neil Critchley, and rotated out for Forrester in Europe. So it's 5 changes for Hearts for this game from the defeat by Cercle Bruce, 6 for Aberdeen after the 3-all at Easter Road. So A few combinations taking adjustment as Oyegoke moves forwards midway through the Aberdeen half. Devlin passes it into Beningame in midfield. Little swivel from Beningame back to Rolls. Now Kingsley, square for Frankie Kent. Kent assessing his options, controls it and goes back to Kai Rolls. Aberdeen back in their own half. Devlin moves forward to press Forrest, and then it's Kingsley, Rolls, Kent, and Oyegoke is pulled out to this near side. Drama and Shankland are up there occupying the Aberdeen defenders, and Drama's made a run, and then it's a foot in from McGarry, and he almost lost his balance but did really well to recover, but then he dilly-dallies on the ball. It's won back by Drama, edge of the box, gets the strike in, but it's pulled wide of Mitov's right hand post. But Hearts already showing Alan that Aberdeen are not going to get time on the ball at the back.
No, they can't afford to give them. Aberdeen are a good side if you give them time, you know, and they're not. And it's a new back four, as we touched on at the start of the game. Good play by Musa Drama again, winning the ball, just pulling the shot wide of the target there, but decent enough pressure on the ball as Aberdeen are trying to play out.
Yeah, Musa Drama, first start for him, scored against Celtic. Really good strike it was too, from a similar range, and I think that his kind of key attribute is he's a good striker of the ball. Involved there for Hearts. Here's Beningame in midfield, halfway line, goes back to Frankie Kent. Still goalless at Tynecastle between Hearts and Aberdeen. We've played 9.5 minutes. Here's Beningame along the halfway line with his pass to Devlin. Oyegoke is pulled out to the right hand side. He gets it from Devlin. Oyegoke tries to run McGrath, who slides in. It's still Oyegoke. Byline cross blocked by McGarry, and it's behind for the Hearts corner.
Well, know how good a player McGrath is, but he's not defensively minded, so that should be an out for Hearts. Oyegoke every time get at McGrath in that area.
So first Hearts corner of the game, and Stephen Kingsley has come up from left back to take it on this near side in front of the Wheatfield stand. Hearts with an opportunity to put pressure on Aberdeen, who have struggled in recent weeks with balls into their box. Here comes Kingsley, low to the near post, and then it comes off Palaversa and almost on target on his own net, but it goes by the near post.
Sometimes them balls that don't be hit cleanly are more the danger ones. Yeah, he crossed it in there. There's a bit of a swipe straight away, but another corner's going to come in there, and they'll be wanting to test the keeper.
Kingsley in again, it's near post again. Palaversa's there, gets a better connection on it this time. Devlin heads it out to this near side, and Kingsley lays it to Devlin, byline, chips it up, stands it up, it's over, and then Shankland takes it on the volley, and it's skied well over the top. Really difficult chance, but I don't know if I should say we should expect better, Alan. Last season we would have, but
But listen, he's unlucky there. It's up high, he's trying to get his knee over the ball. But good play by Devlin, nice clip to the back post, and it's a tough one for Lon Shanklin. He could have taken a touch, possibly, but it's there to be hit.
Yeah, it's a really difficult chance. Takes it on the volley, but it was nowhere near Mitov's goal. Here is Mitov, plays it short to Gavin Malloy. Malloy forwards, low pass into McGrath, takes a touch away, and then he goes to deck with a little pull by Cammy Devlin. Aberdeen free kick on the halfway line on this near sides. Cammy Devlin keeping his place from Thursday night, and Aberdeen take the free kick. And
ball's moving again.
Yeah,
and that was the goal up at Aberdeen when the ball was moving. That was a controversial bit.
Hearts were saying that should have been stationary, but anyway, on we go. Palaversa turns again. He's swarmed by maroon jerseys. Aberdeen recover. Pass into Clarkson, lays it to Morris, who's running towards the right hand side. Still got it. Good sliding challenge though from Devlin, and it'll be an Aberdeen throw-in on the far sides. Aberdeen look dangerous when they get those passes through the lines now.
Absolutely. You see Jimmy's coming in off the left. You've Clarkson in the sort of the number 10 position. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. I think you just seen there anytime Shaden gets the ball, you look at Devlin straight away getting out and making that challenge. Kingsley's sort of trying to stay nice and narrow, so it's been a good start by both teams at different times.
And Hearts nick it in midfield, and Spittle goes down and will get the free kick. And that was just all a bit scrappy down in the Hearts box. A kind of sliced clearance, and then it came to the edge of the area, and then McGarry just turned away from all the support at left back and ended up losing the ball. So Hearts free kick in their own half. It's goalless at Tynecastle.
But you can see when Morris gets on the ball, Hearts are trying to get players round to help Kingsley out. He's so quick.
And Spittle chest into Shanklin on the edge of the area. Out to Alan Forrest now. This is promising for Hearts. Tries to come in on the right foot, slips as he connected, and that'll go through to Mitov, and the chance is gone. But good play from Hearts
Decent strikers play. Spittle into Shanklin, not wide to Forrest. He's unlucky, slips just as he's going to pull the trigger.
Nielsen back to McDonald's. And it's Malloy with space to run forwards 10 yards, still going up towards the halfway line, and then tries the switch to Sockler on the edge of the box, but it's dealt with by Kingsley, and Gordon takes it in his gloves. 13 minutes played. It's Hearts 0, Aberdeen 0. I've brought you for live commentary from Perth. The lunchtime kick-off, Rangers getting the job done against St Johnstone. Here's Kingsley at left back for Hearts. Waits for an option. Spittle shows on the left wing. Gives it back to Kingsley though, now rolls. Guy rolls to Kent. And Kent is having his passing options cut off by Aberdeen, goes direct. Shanklin's made a good run. He's on top of Malloy, who just gets the header, and it skims through to Dimitar Mitov. That was good defending, because initially Gavin Malloy looked as if he was in a really awkward position. And here is Palaversa back to Malloy and Mitov, and after a frantic start, it's very even, although Hearts have had the better moments in attack. Here's Palaversa dropping in to centre half, and then it's Malloy, moves it towards the halfway line, pass shut down, and now Hearts have it. Oyegoke turns brilliantly away from McGrath. He's across the halfway line down the right hand side, runs out of room, and
well, we'll see. It's been a decent start from Hearts. It's been very good, you know. There's a chance here for Forrest, but just going to drop through to Mitov. And it's just the way now that Aberdeen play. They're very comfortable at the back. They like to take the ball, and they'll start the game when they can.
That's it. Aberdeen's just trying to sort of take the sting out of the game. I think from the initial 3-4 minutes, the pressure Hearts showing, getting forward, getting in behind, creating chances. But a big thing for me is, I think the two fullbacks are the outballs for Hearts. I think if they can get the ball wide quickly, get down the sides and maybe create 2v1 opportunities and get in behind. They went long a few times forward, and I don't think it's really worked out for them. There's obviously a slick surface down there, and the ball's skating off into the keeper. But for me, if they can get the ball wide, the fullbacks, I think that's their outball.
Here's Sivert Nielsen, the Aberdeen midfielder, gives it to McDonald up to the halfway line. That's a poor pass. It was intended for Morris, but there was about 6 yards in front of him, and he goes out for a Hearts throw-in on the far side, taken quickly by Kingsley for Rolls in his own box. Knocks it to Frankie Kent, and the Hearts fans get frustrated that the ball's not going forward a bit quicker. And Hearts up to Oyegoke, and that's a brilliant ball down the right hand side for Drama. Drama goes on the run, McGarry puts a challenge in, and then Drama will just let it go for a corner. Well played, Musa Drama.
Yeah, and we also see that McGrath again, he's not wanting to get back with Oyegoke. Oyegoke, if he's brave and steps up 10 yards, as we've seen there, he got the other side, and then he rolls into Drama, and Drama wins a corner for Hearts.
Kingsley trots across. Hearts with just the 2 league wins in 14 this season. Can they get their noses in front here at Tynecastle against Aberdeen? Kingsley raises the right arm, he's ready to take with the left foot. Again, it's low to the near post, and again Palaversa's there.
Dreadful corners, 3 in a row.
3 corners been the exact same. I think they're trying to work maybe a wee flick at the front post, but obviously Kingsley's delivery hasn't been great so far.
Yeah, you expect better from Stephen Kingsley. One of his real strengths is his quality from set pieces, particularly free kicks. We can see he can score. And that one at Celtic Park last season in December when Hearts won 2-0. Frankie Kent goes long to Shanklin. McDonald is tussling with the Hearts captain, and he doesn't come off best, but luckily for him it skips away in behind, away from Shanklin and into the gloves of Mitov.
Yeah, it's a ball they've tried a few times, just hit over the top of the Aberdeen back four. It's just not come off yet. They'll keep trying it though, by the looks of it.
Yeah, it has been a bit of a theme of Aberdeen's season is slow starts. If you took the table on first half results only, they'd be 4th behind Celtic, Rangers and St Mirren, and now Hearts have it. Spittle slides one forward to the right corner of the box. Drama picks it up. He's trying to get the better of Malloy, goes to the byline, chips one into the near post, but it's comfortable enough for Dimitar Mitov to collect.
I think Musa Drama's going to be one of these players that he doesn't know what he's going to be doing half the time, but he's got blistering pace, which certainly helps him, and he's a physical presence.
Here's Clarkson, gives it to Sockler on the right hand side for Aberdeen, about midway through Hearts territory. Poor touch from Morris. Kingsley clears it down to the halfway line. Nicky Devlin controls with the right foot, facing his own goal. Goes back to Dimitar Mitov. Here's Malloy. Under no pressure this time. Gives it to Angus MacDonald. And then Clarkson, who drops in. Clarkson goes for the long pass out to Morris with the right foot, and Morris is going to keep that in, is he? He's not. He kept it in from the throw-in, I think, but his touch took it behind for a goal kick. But I thought
he's offside.
I thought he had no chance of even getting there. The fact he got there was quite incredible.
He is lightning quick, and that a lot of fear in defenders' eyes when someone with that. Now Niall had it as well. I've still got it, hopefully, but so difficult to defend someone with that amount of pace.
I definitely don't have. Still don't have the pace for sure.
Very honest of you, Niall.
I think now over the years, as you get a wee bit older, I think you play with your head more so than you're running for now.
Craig Gordon takes the free kick for Hearts long, won by Palaversa. Of course, scored the winner late on against Hearts at Pittodrie for Aberdeen in that 3-2 win. It breaks for him again here. Shanklin trying to challenge for the ball. McGarry back to Malloy. Goes across the edge of his own box to McDonald, and then McDonald's pass up to Morris. Back to goal, trying to turn, but it's not his strength, and Hearts win it. Baningime forward to Shanklin. Good defending from Malloy as he stepped forward to take it off the toes of Shanklin. Now Jamie McGrath going forward. He's clipped by Cammy Devlin. That will be a free kick. And
I'll have to watch Devlin. He's had a couple.
Yeah.
A bit like Nielsen.
One more in the Premiership, and he's suspended. Reaches the magic 6 yellow cards, which James Penrice already has. That's why he's missing for Hearts today. He's probably arguably been a signing of the summer for Hearts, James Penrice. Palaversa's preparing to take this free kick.
What are we waiting on?
And there's a check in the background, but nothing doing. So on we go. Aberdeen play it forward. Kent smashes it into the air. Shanklin nudges Palaversa. Breaks for Nielsen. Goes back to Malloy. Side foots it to Mitov. Mitov holds it and gives it to McDonald's, the right centre back for Aberdeen. Touches inside and into Mitov. It's not a good pass, but Mitov gets there before Shanklin. And then Nielsen closes for Palaversa. Back to Nielsen in his own box. Aberdeen trying to play out, and Nielsen scooped. Sit forward for Sockler. Hearts win it. It's flicked into the edge of the area. Shanklin tries to flick it on, and then
head knock, heavy head knock on Spittle there.
Yeah, he's gone down in a heap, and a free kick I think has been given to Hearts in line with the left hand side of the Aberdeen box.
It was good, comfortable play by Aberdeen for a spell. Hearts are putting the pressure on, and then eventually Kai Rolls knocks it down, and Spittle takes that head knock. But you can just see how a team in real confidence, Aberdeen, wanting to play out the back if they can. Don't panic, use your keeper as a sweeper. He's very comfortable with the ball at his feet.
Yeah, he's certainly a confident boy, Dimitar Mitov, no doubt about that. Stellar season at St Johnstone last term, and having a good campaign at Pittodrie in the colours of Aberdeen now. Hearts free kick here. Spittle is back up, shaking off that knock. Kingsley's there, but this is going to be the right boot of Spittle. No, it's not. It's going to be the left boot of Kingsley. Curls in, much better delivery. It goes to the back post, but no one in a maroon shirt is attacking it. Well, that was certainly a more advantageous delivery for Hearts from Kingsley on the other side.
It was better. Out swinging.
Throw in on this near side next to the corner flag for Aberdeen, and is goalless at Tynecastle. We have played a quarter of this game. Nothing to choose between the sides. Not many attempts on goal. It's only really that Musa Drama shot from Hearts that was well wide of the target, and Shanklin had a volley over the bar, well over the bar. That's the couple of Hearts opportunities. Aberdeen with none so far. As Sockler's back tussling with Devlin and is in line on the ball, and the referee gives Aberdeen the free kick because Cammy Devlin was on top of the ball, and then Aberdeen give it away. But Kevin Clancy has said they've gone too quickly anyway for his liking, so Aberdeen will get a do-over, which the Hearts fans are not too enamoured with. Kevin Clancy having a word with Musa Drama there, but
yeah, it's a free kick though for Aberdeen. He can't just lie on the ball, Cammy Devlin, and expect to get a free kick. And then Aberdeen take it quick and Hearts win it, and I think that's the frustration from the Hearts fans, because Aberdeen wanted to take it quick, made a mess of it, but then the referee gave them a second chance.
Mitov out from his own box to Malloy, who's going to run forwards towards halfway, bends it into the channel, and McGarry's chasing this. McGarry's going to get there on the edge, but good recovery from Frankie Kent to get back in, block McGarry's touch, and it spins through to Craig Gordon.
That's more like Aberdeen getting the ball wide. A good forward run by Malloy. It was unlucky. I think it was just maybe the shape of the pass, because he had the instep of his foot was more or less going to go towards Kent, and Kent comes in, does very well, and Hearts retain possession again.
Here is Frankie Kent, controls it just inside his own box. He's got grass in front of him to step into it, and then he fizzes it to Oyagoke. Good touch from Oyagoke. Comes infield and then knocks it back to Frankie Kent. Aberdeen back in their shape. Sockler, the lone front man. What a goal he scored at Easter Road. Almost felt sorry for him trudging off the pitch. The fact that he'd scored a goal like that in the 96th minute and then ended up not on the winning side. Coming off the pitch disappointed, deserved to win the game, but that's not how football works. Here's Devlin for Rolls in the centre circle. And then to Kingsley at left back, forward for Beningame. Takes it on the half turn and then up towards Forrest. Devlin puts a foot in, and it's an illegal one, and free kick to Hearts. And the Aberdeen captain guilty there, and Hearts take it quickly, and the ball is over on this near side now to Oyagoke, right hand side of the box. He's got McGrath in front of him, shifts it onto the right foot. McGrath blocks the cross and then tries to win it back, and he goes down and then wins the free kick. It's soft, but the referees always give that one.
Very, very soft, but knowing Jimmy over the years, he's a shrewd, smart type of player, and he just seen a wee bit of danger, and he just went down and won the free kick. So from an Aberdeen perspective, I think they haven't really created many chances. I think they just need to get their foot on the ball. Can Clarkson get on the ball a bit more often? You've seen Clarkson coming into the centre half position there maybe 4 or 5 minutes ago, where he's maybe getting a wee bit frustrated in that 10 position where he hasn't been getting on the ball. So he's getting the likes of Clarkson, Jamie McGrath on the ball, but higher up the pitch to create chances.
And that's a bad one for Kingsley.
Yeah, he's rolling around in some discomfort, clutching his face, Stephen Kingsley. And we're going to have a break in the play here. He was just caught. And Aberdeen are going over to get some instructions from the manager as Stephen Kingsley gets some treatment. Let's hope he's okay. He was writhing about in some discomfort there, the Hearts left back. But I suppose Alan, Neil Critchley, we've kind of seen what he wants his team to do, is, you know, especially at home, get on top of the opposition. They're maybe pressing better, but it's maybe just not creating enough.
Yeah, they've got to create more chances, and that's the thing, you know. And as Niall touched on at the start, if it just one goes in off Shanklin's backside or his heel or his back of his head, whatever, that may kick-start him. But they need to create these chances for him, and at the moment it's been a game of one half chance for Musa Drama, hit from 25 yards wide of the target. That's been about it, really. You know, it's two sides that are still trying to work each other out. Aberdeen very comfortable at the back, no problems at all there. But if Kingsley's going to have to come off, this will mean, I would imagine, Halkett will come on and Kai Rolls will go and play left back, which is not a left back, but he can play there. So I would imagine that would be the change if Stephen Kingsley unfortunately has to go off and the stretchers come on for him.
Yeah, the stretcher's on, so this doesn't look good for Stephen Kingsley. Real shame for him. A rare start, and he's taken a sore one, so this will perhaps disrupt Hearts. And they've been through a challenging time. They've got so many games coming up as well before the end of the year. Although 5 of their next 7 in the league are at home here at Tynecastle, which is a big boost for them in terms of trying to pick up results, because they need to get away from the bottom of the table, especially with Hibs in the last 2 games showing signs of life.
That's it, you know, and we're getting, the games are ticking on, Thomas. That's the thing. The people keep saying, oh, Hearts and Hibs will be fine, and Hibs have hopefully for them turned the corner. Good point against Aberdeen, fighting point, great result yesterday. Hearts need to kickstart their season as well, because the likes of Ross County and St Johnstone's, teams like that are going to be in and around that area, I would imagine, and I'm not being disrespectful to them, but they're going to be in and around that area. They're starting to pick up points and the gap starts to grow, so they're going to have to win games quickly.
Stephen Kingsley is still down, being attended to by the medics, who stretcher is on for him, and we hope he's okay, and it looks a pretty bad one, and he's going to have to be replaced. Hearts, well, they've been the better side in the opening 25 minutes, and he won't want too much disruption, already making 5 changes to the starting lineup from Thursday night. Going to be forced into an early one here.
And it's a dreadful luck, Stephen Kingsley, in his Hearts career. It really has. It's a real shame, and you can see him. He's in absolute agony here. He's in pain. He's got his hands over his eyes. Clear problem with his left knee. Going to be stretchered off. Real shame.
Yeah, and the Aberdeen players were all over getting some instructions from the manager, Jimmy Tilleen. And Niall, I wonder if something like this happens a game, it's a big stoppage, you're the team that's maybe a bit on the back foot, you're struggling a bit. Is this an opportunity for Aberdeen to reset?
Yeah, massive opportunity. Obviously it's not very nice to see Kingsley down. He does look in a lot of pain, but it is a chance for Jimmy to get instructions on the pitch. Can they get their foot in the ball a wee bit more higher up the pitch? Can they get the ball wide to Sheeran? Can they create more chances? Suckler's, you found at times maybe going out into that wide position, maybe trying to get a touch of the ball where you sort of need him in the face of the goal, but no. Yeah, there's Kingsley going off now. Not nice to see, so we're really hoping he's going to be okay, but initial thoughts, it doesn't look like a good one.
Yeah, and Tynecastle gets to its feet to give Stephen Kingsley a send-off as he goes down the tunnel on a stretcher, and we really send our best wishes to him and hope for a decent recovery, and it's not as bad as it looks from our vantage point up the back of the Wheatfield stand. But Craig Halkett is on, and his last appearance was against St Mirren in Stephen Naismith's last game, so it's been a while since he's been on the park for Hearts. But they come down the right hand side. Drama's chasing this one. McGarry gets a foot in first, then goes down. I think he just slipped, and Kevin Clancy agrees. Up to Clarkson. It's a heavy pass for McGrath. Controls it. He's got very little room to work with, and then a poor touch from McGarry will give Hearts a throw in line with the edge of the Aberdeen box. So we'll see how that enforced change for Hearts affects things, if at all. Craig Halkett on at centre back, and Kyle Rolls at left back, as Alan said it would be. Up in the air, Aberdeen trying to defend down this near side as McGarry hooks it up into the air. Sockler comes back, but they lose it again. Hearts have it. Kent goes back to Craig Halkett, gets his first touch, and then side foots it back to Craig Gordon. He's on the edge of his own box, and he's gone long. Malloy goes deep and then just skims it back to Mitov, who's missed it, and it'll go all the way for the Hearts corner kick. And I'm not sure Gavin Malloy had to put anything on that. It was going through to Dimitar Mitov regardless. Maybe he didn't get the shout from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was going through. And, you know, things like that sometimes produce goals for the opposition, but it's going to have to be a change, because obviously Kingsley's now not on the pitch, so this will be an outswinger.
Yeah, it's Blair Spittle with a right foot who's come over to take this for Hearts, and will that lapse in concentration from Mitov and Malloy Hearts make Aberdeen pay for it. Here they come with the corner, right hand side, back post this time from Spittle, but it's won by McDonald. Fires it out with the head to this near side. Spittle comes back, having taken the corner, gives it infield to Devlin, puts it in front of him, and then fizzes it to the edge of the area. Halkett leaves it for Alan Forrest on the left corner of the box. He's going to take on Nicky Devlin here, and it's a good sliding challenge from Nicky Devlin, and it pops up for Leighton Clarkson, who looks up and goes for the long ball towards Shayden Morris, but Oyegoke is there to win the header for Hearts into the centre circle. McGrath goes up, good leap, but it'll fall for Halkett. Controls it on the chest, goes back to Cammy Devlin, and Hearts just calmly deal with that situation as Aberdeen look to counter-attack. Aberdeen struggling to really get any periods of continuity on the ball. Hearts give that away though, and Sockler, and he tries to take on Halkett, left-hand side of the box. Good recovery from Halkett, uses his strength to ease Sockler aside, and then goes behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, Oyegoke, he's got to look forward. He's wanting to go back all the time. Be better taking a touch out his feet and looking forward. The party's got Musa Drama there. He can go second ball and hit Shanklin if he wants to. Lost it there, but really good play by Halkett. Is this Kent gone down now? Yeah,
and that would be of huge concern for Hearts. Frankie Kent, he's sitting down on the edge of the 6-yard box, and Kevin Clancy goes across to him, asks what's wrong, and
he's holding the back of his knee, left knee as well. Yeah,
the physios are called for. He started all but 2 of Hearts games this season, Frankie Kent, ever present really in that back line, and such a big player, especially because just with the physicality which maybe Rolls doesn't necessarily bring, although he's out at left back now. And we're going to get another lengthy delay here for some treatment after Stephen Kingsley departed. We've not played 33 minutes, but 33 minutes on the clock, and it's Hearts 0, Aberdeen 0.
Just wondering what they would do if he has to come off. Would it be Forrester on, or you go in at centre half?
Yeah, I would think so. I think Oyegoki, you've signed really as a centre back, Daniel Oyegoki, but been playing at right back where he obviously can play it and does a decent job. But Forrester is a natural right back. Played Thursday night. He's tended to be the option in Europe and has done pretty well. The 19-year-old, but Frankie gets back on his feet.
He's not going to last. He's coming off.
He's moving gingerly, hands on the hips, looking down at the turf. And Hearts are got movement on the bench. I think that is Adam Forrester. He's over on the far side getting instructions. Well, I don't know how the limits of eyesight, or can't quite see if it's him or not, but it's number 35, Adam Forrester. It is indeed. So, as Alan suggested, bang on again. It looks like Oyegoki's going to be pushed in one, and Adam Forrester is going to come on at right back, and there'll be concern for Frankie Kent. As Hearts now lost 2 of their starting back 4 in the opening 35 minutes here at Tynecastle, and Aberdeen will look to put them under a bit of pressure, which they haven't done so far in this match.
No, and the thing is, listen, Stephen Kingsley is a very good player, but Penrice is going to come back and be, obviously, suspension's up. But Frankie Kent is such a big loss, such a big loss.
He is indeed the real leader of that back line for Hearts, as Forrester gets stuck into Jamie McGrath on the left-hand side, back heel from Clarkson. McGrath slides it to Nielsen. Hearts have it back. Beningame doing so well again, just to battle and win the ball, as he does so effectively for Hearts. Rolls, fires the pass towards Shanklin. Malloy reads it, has it in the centre circle, the Aberdeen centre half, turns back, gives it to McGarry, who rolls it to McDonald. Now Aberdeen go down the right hand side in front of Devlin. Not the best touch from Nicky Devlin, and the flag goes up. It was indeed out on the far side, and it's just very loose. A bit error prone from Aberdeen.
We've now got 2 back 4s that have never played together.
Indeed. So let's hope for goals, but we've not had many chances so far in this game. Hearts really with the only 2 half opportunities. Drama from the edge of the box, which was well wide, and Shanklin over the top with a difficult volley. Here's Halkett at the back for Hearts, gives it to Oyegoki, now playing right centre half. High road forward from Oyegoki, but Malloy reads it again. Nielsen now back to McGarry at left back, touches it inside away from Drama, then back into the box, and Malloy chips it forward for McGrath. That his header into the path of, well, it's tried to be into the path of Clarkson, but it's loose, and now Devlin comes forward for Hearts. Infield to Spittle. Spittle out to Alan Forrest. He's moving towards the edge of the box, gives it to Rolls, who's on the overlap, and he's chipped a decent ball into the 6-yard box, and Shanklin was lurking, but Malloy got a touch. Flicked over to this near side. Forrester back to Spittle, right corner of the box. Turns onto the left foot and curls one towards the top corner. Oh, for a moment I thought that was goal going in, but it was comfortable enough for Dimitar Mitov in the end. Spittle is capable, and that's brilliant from Morris for Aberdeen on the right hand side. He's fired it into the middle of the pitch, and Sockler halfway up Hearts territory. McGrath, middle of the pitch. Nielsen makes a run to the left corner of the area. He has it, Nielsen, then curls it into the box, and the touch comes in from Clarkson. He had time to bring that down. Hit it first time and it spins away, then it comes in. Clarkson with another chance, and it's crept into the bottom corner, and Leighton Clarkson gives Aberdeen the leads from almost nothing. He missed it the first time, got another opportunity, and just guides it away from Gordon. And at Tynecastle, it is Hearts 0, Aberdeen 1.
Massive turn point in the game. You just seen when Hearts were getting a couple of chances there to maybe go and score. I think Big Hawkett's come on. He's brought a calmness to the back. They've played through the lines a few times there. A couple of nice balls into the box. That's a massive moment for Aberdeen. Nice finish from Clarkson, so they'll be delighted coming up to half time.
Yeah, it's a decent ball in, good finish from Clarkson. First real opportunity of the match Aberdeen have had. I mean, Hearts, Spittle's unlucky with his effort at one end. Aberdeen break quickly, and that's how they're a good side. You can see that, you know, they've defended well, they've moved up the park as a unit, and that's a really good finish from Clarkson.
37.5 on the clock, and Aberdeen lead at Tynecastle by 1-0. And I just wonder if disruption to the Hearts backline there played a part. It was just a kind of miscommunication, as Clarkson was in the same place in the middle of the box twice. No one picked him up. They got away with it the first time, and the second time they did not. And now the result is they are a goal behind Hearts. And what have they got in response? Because Aberdeen haven't really played too well, as they haven't really tended to in the opening halves of a lot of games this season. And it's forward towards Shankland, but breaks for Malloy, who clears it up the pitch, and Malloy was caught late there by Drama. That'll be a free kick to Aberdeen down on this near side, and that will give Aberdeen maybe the confidence they're needing. Niall McGinn.
Yeah, absolutely. I think from that goal you'd like to see them growing into the game a bit more now. But even looking back on the goal, I think can Forrest get up? Can he get out quick and make Shadon go back the way instead of shutting off the outside to make him turn to get an easy cross into the box? I think big thing for me is Aberdeen haven't put many crosses into the box. I think they've maybe 1 or 2 crosses into the box now and have scored from it. So from their perspective, can they get more balls into the box to get on the end of things? So there you go. They've 1 or 2 balls into the box and they've scored. Yeah,
and Jamie McGrath tried to deliver another one on this near sides, but it was blocked, and it will be an Aberdeen throw-in down the left-hand side of the Hearts box as we look on in the Wheatfield stand at Tynecastle. 39 played, Hearts 0, Aberdeen 1. Leighton Clarkson's goal, and McGrath controls it in the box, gives it back outside to McGarry. His left-footed cross is blocked by Devlin, sends it back in, flicked away by Oyegoke. Palaversa can't control it on the chest, it'll break for Spittle. Palaversa bites back at Spittle, who still has it, rides 2 challenges and gets it to Beningame, and then Rolls, who bobbles it back to Craig Gordon, and that was wonderful from the Hearts goalkeeper. That was an awkward one, and he just, clean as you like, sits up on the left boot and he gets rid. Shankland's header back to Forrester at right back, goes forwards for Shankland, who's down the right hand side. Malloy watches him all the way and gets a boot on the ball, and it goes for a throw in down near the corner flag for Hearts, who trail by a goal to 0.
And I think this is where the crowd can play their part. They need to stay with Hearts if they can. In Aberdeen, you can hear the Aberdeen fans here delighted, and about 650 of them in the corner, absolutely delighted with their afternoon's work so far.
Forrester prepares to take this throw and goes back down the touchline to Oyegoke. Oyegoke looks for an option in the box. Not the best cross. What a turn that is from Shankland. It just didn't break for him again as McGarry got there first. Brilliant turn from Shankland though. Beningame has it. Now Spittle, edge of the box. He's dangerous from here, and he fires it low and wide. He is capable from that distance. Scored from that distance against Aberdeen at Pittodrie, but not this time. It remains Hearts 0, Aberdeen 1.
I think that's where you want Blair Spittle to come in, off the striker, get on the half turn, get his shots away. He's the type of player, he's calm on the ball. He'll get the ball wide, the Drama, the Forest, and nice turn from him. But even just before that, nice turn from Shankland. You thought he was going to get the shot away, but unfortunately for him, he didn't. So thing is now, it's can Aberdeen keep it tight now before half time to go in with obviously the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Leighton Clarkson's goal is the difference between the sides here at Tynecastle. The final game of the Premiership weekend. Highlights on Sports Scene later. BBC Scotland 7:15. Hearts come forwards, and they're going to get a free kick. And it was Palaversa in the challenge, and 41 minutes played. Will get quite a bit added after the Kent and Kingsley injuries, so plenty of time left in this first half. I'd say a good 7 or 8 minutes probably to come of stoppage time, but we will see. And Hearts try and go long to Forrester, but it's miles away from him. It goes behind for an Aberdeen goal kick.
That's not Devlin's strength. He's not in the team for his passing ability. He's in for his industry. You know, when that's not a difficult pass to hit really, and he's missed that by about 30 yards.
Yeah, it was Forrester had made a good run, pushed high. Aberdeen let off. Meetoff chips it up towards the halfway line. Sockler's flick, Morris's touch inside Halkett, who pulls him back there, and then he goes down, and Halkett then rugby tackles Shadon Morris.
First yellow of the game.
Just couldn't pin him down, and Craig Halkett will go into the referee Kevin Clancy's notebook, having come on in this first half for the injured. And Frankie Kent.
He's actually grabbed him twice. He got away initially, and then he's pulled him back again.
Yeah. Sorry, Niall, on you go.
I think that's what Aberdeen will be wanting now that Knowles has come out into the full-back position. You've Halkett there, obviously a centre half. Shadon, who's out and out pace. His confidence is high, so they'll be wanting to get the ball to him as much as they possibly can now that he's on the yellow. See, can he get at him?
Yeah, and he's not played much football, Craig Halkett, at all, so just couldn't pin Shadon Morris down legally. Had 2 goes at him, and it's an Aberdeen free kick. Right hand side, and the goal scorer Leighton Clarkson is going to take this. He's asking for a bit of movement towards him. He comes with the right foot, curls it to the back post. There's a run from McDonald, but crucial touch. Or was there? No, there wasn't a touch from to come off McDonald in the end. It's a goal kick for Hearts.
You can see what Aberdeen try to do there. They all load the back post and then they're trying to block to free someone going round the very back.
Hearts play out. Halkett rolls up to Spittle, jinks away from Palaversa, but has to go backwards to Rolls, who has to return it to Craig Gordon, the goalkeeper. Goes long with the left foot. McDonald wins the header ahead of Shankland. Clarkson's touch into the centre circle for Nielsen, and then back to Clarkson, who fizzes it out to this left hand side of McGarry. Checks inside and then goes backwards to Malloy. Malloy all the way to Mitov, and McGarry is asking for a long one. He stayed high as Malloy gets it, the left centre back scans the pitch and then gives it to McGarry just over the halfway line, left hand touch line. Brilliant inside ball from McGrath, and then slips it to Leighton Clarkson, finishes with the right foot, and Craig Gordon, brilliant save across to his left to push it wide. But that's probably Aberdeen's best move of the game. No,
absolutely brilliant play, ball wide, ball into the, I think it was Jimmy McGrath at the time. Nice ball around the corner. I thought Clarkson was going to go the near post, but Craig Gordon pulls off a tremendous save. So you can see now that what the goal has brought the Aberdeen has brought a confidence. They're getting the ball down, getting the ball wide, getting the ball into the front men, and they're making runners from that. And now they have another corner.
That was lovely play by Aberdeen. Really, really good. Cut Hearts open there, and great save from Craig Gordon.
It really was. Flew to his left. Turns it round the post. Aberdeen corner on the far side. Leighton Clarkson takes with the right foot into the edge of the 6-yard box. Blair Spittle's there to hook it away. Alan Forrest is going after this, but McGarry is back. Nods it to Morris on the right hand side. Inside ball to Devlin. Looked offside. Flag down for now. Cuts it back, but it won't reach McGrath. Halkett gets there first, and it pops up for Devlin, edge of the box. Gives it to Drama, who goes down as Malloy tripped him.
A yellow card,
I thought. Yeah, I think it is going to be a yellow card because Gavin Malloy has been ushered back to the referee, Kevin Clancy. It's a cynical one from the centre back, and yeah, the yellow card is flashed for Gavin Malloy. So both two centre backs booked on either side, Halkett and Malloy, and 8 minutes are going to be played at the end of this first half. So well, it was expected after lengthy treatment for Stephen Kingsley in particular, and then Frankie Kent as well, who both had to depart for Hearts. It's played long as McGarry wins the header in the left back area for Aberdeen, and then there's a appeal for a foul on Drama, but referee Kevin Clancy is unmoved. Forrester goes backwards to Oyegoke, who goes across to Halkett, and then rolls just short of the halfway line, left-footed pass to Forrest in front of the dugouts in front of the main stand at Tynecastle. The floodlights now on as the skies darken in Edinburgh, and here is Oyegoke, gives it to Halkett. Halkett to Rolls at left back now, of course, into Devlin in midfield, then Halkett, and Hearts have free space on this right hand side, and it's given to Forrester. Forrester goes for the early cross, it's behind Shankland. It's a rather awkward one for Devlin, who does deal with it, and then McGrath away from Devlin, and then goes back to McGarry, who's going to boot this forward, looking for Sockler. Backs into Oyegoke, gets a touch on it to McGrath, then goes over the top and finds Sockler. It's too far in front of the Slovenian, and Rolls wins it, and Hearts have it at the back with Craig Halkett. He's played 1.5 of the 8 added at the end of this first half. Aberdeen leading at Tynecastle by a goal to nil, but Alan Forrest comes down the left hand side for Hearts, but Shaden Morris dispossesses him and then strides forward. Clarkson caught by Devlin, good challenge from Devlin, and Hearts turn it over again, and McGrath goes down looking for the free kick. I didn't think that was a free kick, and then Hearts get the free kick for McGrath lying on top of the ball, and it'll be a free kick central position about 35 yards out.
I think it's similar with the Cammy Devlin one maybe 5-6 minutes ago, when it just lies on top of the ball and wants a free kick. So the referees at least is consistent with that one.
Yeah, I mean, I think Devlin just booted the ball, which was planted next to McGrath's foot, which the force of the challenge caused him to fall over, and then he was just lying all on top of the ball. And certainly it wasn't a foul from the Hearts midfielder. Devlin goes short with the free kick to Spittle, who's going to send it towards the back post. Mitov comes, collects on the edge of his 6-yard box, and it's commanding goalkeeping from Aberdeen number 1.
I get that. I get them trying to change the angle of the ball, Spittle moving wide and then trying to change it.
Switch from Aberdeen, but that's too much on it. McGrath won't get there. Hearts throwing down in their own half. And Hearts, well, since the goal, they've not offered enough to try and get back into this game. They have been disrupted by 2 injuries to their back line. Gordon to Rolls on the left-hand side of his own box, goes long, looking for Spittle. McDonald is going to get there, gives it back to Mitov, who gets rid of it. Palaversa chests it to Nielsen in his own half, and then McGrath backwards to McGarry, the left back. McGarry touches away from Drama, but Drama's too quick for him, gets his body in front, and then McGarry falls over, and Hearts have it back. I think James McGarry's learned he doesn't have the beating of Musa Drama for pace there. Rolls, left back area for Hearts, forward to Beningame. Beningame, little turn, and then tries to find Spittle, goes to the corner of the Aberdeen box. Mitov passes it up to Sockler, not the best touch, but he's found Morris. Morris, right corner of the area for Aberdeen, and tries to reverse it into the box for Sockler, but it's deflected, and that's good work from Cammy Devlin to prevent the Aberdeen throw-in. Won it back, and then a little dummy from Halkett, strides out of defence. He's still going up towards the centre circle, passes in front of Drama, who gets the touch in front of Malloy, who's already been booked, and the Aberdeen, or the Hearts fans, sorry, are wanting a free kick and potentially a yellow for that, but the foul isn't given. And Hearts have it at the back through Kai Rolls. What was your take on that one, Alan Preston?
I think the referee's got that spot on, and just coming together between the two of them. But you're right, he's on a yellow card, has to be careful. If he missed times that, could have been off, but I think the referee's got that one right.
And Forrester has just kicked one straight into touch. And we've played 4.5 minutes at the end of this first half. We're going to have 8 in total because of injuries. Aberdeen leading by a goal to 0, live on Sportsound on BBC Radio Scotland. McGarry comes up the left touchline, infield to Nielsen, then Palaversa. It's not a great pass from Palaversa, it's behind McDonald, but it goes to Mitov. Mitov long with the right boot, but it's really long, and Morris and Sockler won't get there. Morris trying to pin Rolls into the corner, but he gets there, the Australian, and puts it up into the air. Devlin wins the header. Clarkson in front of Beningame, and then tried to slide it to Morris, who'd come back away, and then he managed to keep it in, Leighton Clarkson. That's brilliant. Edge of the area for Nielsen, little touch, and then Palaversa with a strike, blocked, comes back to the edge of the area for Drama, who goes forward, and again he's felled, this time by McGarry, and McGarry this time is the Aberdeen player to go into the book. But Mr. Drama's proven himself difficult to get a hold of when he gets up and running.
He's a big strong lad, he is, and it's an easy yellow card again for James McGarry there. Simple. It's actually a good foul for Aberdeen to concede. You know, your Hearts are on the break, he's on full flow, and he takes him down, which is, you know, it's a really good foul for Aberdeen there.
So, the final 2 minutes of stoppage time to be played here at Tynecastle. First half Premiership match between Hearts and Aberdeen. Aberdeen leading by a goal to 0. Leighton Clarkson's goal. 36 minutes is the difference, and then Dimitar Mitov's pulled up slightly here. Yeah, he's looking at the bench and he's holding the back of his left leg and limping slightly, and that will be a concern now for Aberdeen. But it looks like he's okay. He ushers his players forward and then boots it long. We'll monitor that one. Beningame turns in his own half, slides it for Spittle, but that's poor. Too far in front of Spittle. McDonald goes across, clears it down the right hand side. Morris with a really good leap, flicks it to Clarkson. Lovely footwork from Clarkson, then gives it to Morris right hand side. He's one-on-one with Rolls. It's Shayden Morris going down the right hand side, gets the byline, puts it across, and then it comes back for McGarry to almost step onto a brilliant defending at the last moment from Drama. But Morris, that's what he wants, Niall. One-on-one with Kai Rolls.
Nah, as I said earlier, with obviously Halkett being on the yellow, Rolls obviously being the centre half, coming out into the full-back position, that's what you want. Shayden 1v1 situations, getting across in the box. As soon as he shifts the ball, there's only going to be one winner, and that's him getting to the byline, getting across in. But nah, good play by Aberdeen.
Mr. Drama has worked really hard, got back a couple of times, and that was a really crucial intervention because the cutback was coming towards James McGarry. Aberdeen corner on this near side. Leighton Clarkson curls one into the 6-yard box with the right foot. It deflects back. It's Palaversa with a strike, and it's
there was a foul in there.
And there is indeed a foul. Kevin Clancy has blown the whistle.
Now Halkett's limping.
Oh, dearie me. And it's a walking wounded for Heart of Midlothian in this first half. 2 defenders already gone off. Halkett looks like he might be able to walk this one off, maybe get some physio on it at half-time. And we're nearly played the 8 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Up to Beningame, tries to turn away from Clarkson, and there is Kevin Clancy's half-time whistle, which is greeted with a few boos from the home fans here at Tynecastle, because Hearts, who are bottom of the league, trail Aberdeen by a goal to nil. They probably had the better of the opening half hour or so. A couple of half chances for Drama and Shankland, which went well off target, but Aberdeen produced the moment the first half, crossing for Clarkson, and he just steered it low into the far corner beyond Craig Gordon, and that is the difference at the break as Hearts and Aberdeen troop down the tunnel at Tynecastle. It is Heart of Midlothian 0, Aberdeen 1.
Hearts versus Aberdeen in the Scottish Premiership, live on Sports Sound from BBC Radio Scotland. This winter,
wintry conditions continue to cause disruption in many parts of the country.
We'll help you through the day.
We've had the gritters out. I mean, they're doing a splendid job.
Bring you all the games that they're here to play.
Oh, it's a goal! Santa Claus bringing the trophy out.
Ho, ho, ho! And festive cheer all the way.
There are carols and songs in store.
The angel's message of peace and goodwill.
What would your own Christmas single be called and why?
Chestnuts roasting in a new air fryer.
Listen this winter on BBC Sounds.
All that's needed at Christmas is to spend time together.
It all begins when you play BBC Radio Scotland.
This is Sports Time with me, Richard Gordon, into the final furlong or two, I suppose, of another double-header on a Sunday afternoon. Already we brought you Rangers 1-0 win in Perth against St Johnstone. It was a Jason Holt own goal that separated the sides in that one, although you've got to say the visitors thoroughly deserving of the 3 points. Half-time at Tynecastle, Hearts 0, Aberdeen 1. Leighton Clarkson with his 4th goal of the season. In the Scottish Cup this afternoon, there was a 1-0 win for Airdrieonians against Dundee North End. Lewis McGregor got the only goal. It came early, but it was enough to send Airdrie through to the 4th round draw, which will be live tomorrow night on Sports Scene at the conclusion of the one remaining tie, which will be live on BBC Scotland channel tomorrow night. East Kilbride against Falkirk. What a game that could be. Then the draw for the 4th round of the competition, and the Airdrieonians will be part of it alongside all the other sides that battled through yesterday and indeed on Friday night. It was Dumbarton going through against Alloa that set it all up, and then yesterday wins, some notable wins you've got to say around the country. Fraserburgh with that 2-0 win against Annan Athletic. Brechin City of the Highland League also going through, although they had less of a task, I suppose, ahead of them in winning against Cowdenbeath in extra time. Elgin City of League 2 also knocking out League 1 Kelty Hearts. There were a few penalty shootouts, a few close games. Got to say, not too many romps, although there were comfortable afternoons to the likes of Stenhousemuir and Wraith Rovers. So all the teams that are through will be looking forward to that draw. Musselburgh Athletic will be there. They beat Bowness United by 3-1. Well done to Broxburn Athletic as well. They were 2-1 winners at Stair Park against Stranraer. So some minnows in there. The big guns will be joining the fray, of course. The Premiership clubs enter the competition at this stage. The draw tomorrow night, 4th round, live on Sports Scene on the BBC Scotland channel. In England this afternoon, Chelsea beat Aston Villa by 3-0. Jackson, Fernandes and Palmer all on target in that one. At Old Trafford, there were doubles for Rashford and Xerxes as Manchester United cruised to a 4-0 victory against Everton. Tottenham Hotspur and Fulham drew 1-1. It was Brennan Johnson that put Spurs in front. Fulham later had Tom Kearney sent off, but before he got the red card, he got the equaliser in the 67th minute. So that one finished 1-1. Liverpool against Man City is the other game in the Premier League this afternoon, which will be getting underway shortly. We have 45 minutes of action in the top flight left for you this afternoon. It will of course come from the capital, from Tynecastle Park, where it is Hearts 0, Aberdeen 1. Alan Preston and Niall McGinn are part of our commentary team this afternoon. Niall, what have you made of the opening 45 minutes of this one?
I think straight away, the first 3-4 minutes, Hearts came out of the blocks, creating a few chances. Aberdeen looked a wee bit tentative, a wee bit nervous, I think. The two injuries have disrupted Hearts. I think from that, Aberdeen, obviously the managers got them in and had a chat to them. I think from that, they've looked better. I think when Clarkson's got on the ball, he's brought that calmness. I think they need to get the ball out to Shadon a lot more. Now that Rolls is out in the left back position, I think with Halkett being on a yellow as well, can they get at the back four more and test them? Can they get more crosses into the box? So now the manager will be delighted from the first 3-4 minutes to show how they bedded into the game, and then they've started getting the ball wide and creating a few chances. But now, nice finish from Clarkson. So from an Aberdeen perspective, they'll be pleased. But regarding Hearts, I think the two injuries have maybe disrupted them a wee bit. But in all, I think they need the crowd, as Alan said earlier. I think they need the crowd to stick with them. They need to come out the second half and get on the front foot and create chances.
It's a tough old time for your old team, Alan, aren't they? Or I say your old team, they're your current team. They'll always be your team, won't they? But right now, bottom of the table, lost the last 4, trailing this afternoon. 2 enforced defensive changes having to be made. It kind of feels that when things are against you, they just pile up, don't they?
They do, Richard, but you can't feel sorry for yourself. You've got to get on with it. The players have put themselves in this position, and they're the ones that are going to have to try and drag them out of it as well. It's not been lad with chances. We've had a couple of shots, spit away edge of the box, drama with a shot, and that's been really about it. And then obviously the Clarkson goal, and then a brilliant save from Craig Gordon, again from Clarkson's effort. Really good move from Aberdeen. Wonderful save by Craig Gordon. Hearts just simply need to do more, and Aberdeen just need to simply do what they do, which is upset the game, break it up, which they're doing very, very successfully. Nielsen is magnificent for me. He has foul after foul and gets away with it, but he's good at what he does. He stops the opposition from getting out, getting playing, and that's why he's in the team. Very, very clever player. And Hearts, just as far as Hearts are concerned, they just need to do more. They need to try and get into the wider areas if they can. It's going to be difficult now because Rose is a centre half playing left back, and Forrester's coming on. Ayagoki's better going forward than Forrester, so again it's limited for Hearts in the wider areas, but they'll need to try and do something. I think Musa Drama's done well, the way he's put himself about. He's worked hard, tirelessly. He can be a threat, and as I said in commentary, there'll be times when he'll not know what he's doing himself. He's one of these players that very strong, very quick, miscontrols it at times, takes a touch too heavy at times, but he gives you absolutely everything. And Hearts are just going to have to keep going, keep playing, and I'm sure Neil Critchley's in there trying to demand more from them.
Just in terms of Aberdeen goal, I was just looking at a couple of replays of it again there. I mean, it started from deep inside the Dons half, and actually it was a really good break by Shadon Morris, who again we've seen his pace in evidence this afternoon. He burst away from a couple of defenders infield. That when McGrath was involved, it came out to Nielsen. Cross came in as a complete miss kick by Leighton Clarkson, but Shadon Morris is able to recycle it, cross, and then when he pops it in, Clarkson gets there just ahead of Sockler, and it's very funny because Sockler doesn't see initially what's happened and is obviously frustrated that Clarkson has got there before him, and then suddenly realises the ball is in the back of the net and he's away celebrating with Clarkson. But I think it was one of you guys said during the commentary that the key moment there was when the ball had gone out to Morris for the second time in the move, and between them Kent and Forrest just stayed off him. Rowles and Forrest, they just didn't go and close him down, and what they did was make his mind up. There was only one thing, never mind, he probably would have done it anyway, go at the byline, but that was all he could do, the way that they were shaped up, and that allowed the opportunity, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. And again, all goals, Richard, are preventable when you look back, but that one certainly was. If they could have defended better, stopped them from getting to the byline, the only place for them to go, whips it across, and it's as you said, it's a good finish from Clarkson after a miss hit the first time round. But it's one of these things, when it's not going for you, it's not going for you at the moment. But I'll stress, they can't feel sorry for themselves, Hearts. Aberdeen are getting all the breaks, and they deserve it because they're playing well. They're a good football side. You can see they're well coached. It's the first time I've actually seen them live, and they all know what their jobs are. They really are. And when you can make 6 changes and still perform well, it shows you what a good squad that Jimmy Tillene's assembled up at Aberdeen.
We did wonder, Niall, how that defence would shape up for Aberdeen. The first changes to the back line all season. Certainly James McGarry was uncertain in the opening 20-30 seconds But from that point onwards, actually, they've coped pretty well, haven't they, as a unit?
Yeah, I think Malloy coming in, or Malloy, you have obviously McDonald coming in. Yeah, McDonald coming in. I think even just now they've bedded in nicely. They've sort of grew in confidence into the game. But a big thing for me is when Hearts have the ball, I think they can use the wide areas a lot more. I think when they are going that long, you have the likes of McDonald. They'll probably lop them sort of balls over the top to Shanklin all day long, and there's a skid in the surface which is coming through the Meathoff as well. So all in all, I think Hearts just need to get the ball wide, get 2v1 opportunities down the side. You see Jamie McGrath doing a lot of work in the left side position. I think Forrester coming on is bringing a wee bit of energy. He's getting himself forward. But a big thing for me is Drama's probably been the bright spot for Hearts. I think you seen towards the end of the half there, he was even in his own 18-yard box, coming in with a time well tackled to create another, like, not a big chance for Aberdeen, but you want him doing his work further up the pitch, getting forward, creating chances. And I think, from the Hearts perspective, he needs to do that a lot more. But regarding Aberdeen, defensively, they've looked comfortable, but coming to Tynecastle, you always have to be on your guard. So now I'm sure the manager will be giving Hearts a talent at half time to get on the front foot the first 10-15 minutes to go and create chances. So they've another big performance in the second half.
And do you think there's a big decision for the manager to make right now, Niall? Because having been forced into those two in-play substitutions, he's only got one more that he can make unless he makes alterations at half-time. So will that be in his mind?
I think it's just trying to get the balance right. It's trying to obviously defend at the right times. And you have a lot of attacking players on the bench. You've got Vargas who can come on, Liam Boyce who hasn't played a lot of football as well. So I think Vargas is the main one that stands out for me, getting his energy, runs him behind. He's the type of player who could probably test the likes of a McDonald. So maybe Vargas to come on maybe in the first 10-15 minutes of the second half.
And you also look, Richard, at Aberdeen. They've got Shinnie there, the club captain. They can just bring him on and he'll bring an assured aura about him and a calmness, and it'll be fascinating to see if the keeper comes out, because he was certainly holding his left hamstring. Doohan, just as we see just now, Doohan's having a warm-up, so the keeper might not come out for the start of the second half, because there was no one near him, but we could just see Thomas spotted it as well, that he's holding his left hamstring, so that'll be interesting. But I think Shinnie will come on to try and use his experience. They're 1-0 up. If they come out with a clean sheet in the second half, to go home with the 3 points. It's as simple as that, and I'm sure that's what Jimmy Tillene will be telling them.
Well, Ross Doohan's only appearance came in that win against East Kilbride in the League Cup. Alan, the point I made about Hearts, would you think about making a change now, given that your options are limited once the game gets underway?
Well, they've only now got one more time they can make substitutions, Richard, so they're going to have to be careful here, because Halkett was limping as they go down, so Kent's obviously away. Kingsley looks like he's taking a bad one, unfortunately, and Halkett was limping going down, so they're going to have to be careful with their changes. If they're going to make them, I wouldn't make them right now, because something could happen. So I would wait, and hopefully the 11 at finish can come back out at the start of the second half, and then get on with it, because the manager, Neil Critchley, has got one left, and if it's still 1-0 with 10, 15, 20 minutes to go, then make your changes that you have to make. But just now, I would hold just now. I wouldn't make my final change now.
And went into the game, Hearts, knowing that it was going to take a 3-goal victory to get them off the bottom of the table. Right now, you have to say that seems unlikely. They would bite your hand off, I suppose, for any kind of win if they can possibly do that. But they're going to have to do an awful lot in this second half to turn things round, Niall, aren't they? Against an Aberdeen team that has... Well, they've generally been better in the second half of matches, but certainly they have shown time after time after time, up until the last week perhaps, that they know how to see games out.
Yeah, even from watching Hearts over the course of the last 3-4 weeks, especially first half against Celtic, I thought they were excellent. It is one of those ones where you definitely 100%, speaking to the manager, you would definitely take a bad performance in the 3 points. They're probably just needing that 3 points more than anything, and then off the back of Hibs winning yesterday probably brings more pressure. Your rivals across the city as well. So Aberdeen have been here and they've sort of done that over the course of the season. Yes, you said they haven't had strong first half performances, but to be delighted with the first half performance today, and then it's just about them building that in the second half.
Big thing from Aberdeen's point of view, of course. They have Celtic at Pittodrie on Wednesday night, and if they can go into that on the back of a win and having moved back to within a couple of points of Celtic at the top of the table, that will be a massive lift for them. For Hearts, it is about trying to close the gap at the bottom of the table. It is still relatively early, but as Alan was pointing out, 14-15 games in, the league table does tend to kind of settle down. It does look as if Ross Doohan is coming on in place of Dimitar Mitov for the second half for Aberdeen. So an injury to the goalkeeper means that Ross Doohan gets his chance to play from the Premiership for the first time for the Dons. Teams back out, action about to get up and running. Live second half commentary with us here on Sports Sounds on BBC Radio Scotland in the company of Alan Preston, Niall McGinn and Thomas Duncan.
Thanks, Richard. Yeah, Ross Doohan just jogging into the Aberdeen goal. I've never known anything like it. We've had two Hearts players, defenders, go down. Halkett was limping, and now the Aberdeen goalkeepers had to go off at half-time. And is the walking wounded. It's just a volume of games, particularly for Hearts, with the European commitments as well. And it doesn't get any easier over the festive period. No winter break, of course, this season either, as we get back up and running in the second half. As I mentioned, Aberdeen have scored 70% of their league goals in the second half of games this season, 20 in the second half compared to 8 in the first before today. So they are a second half team, but just because you have been a second half team doesn't necessarily mean that will continue. And they have a throw in midway through their own half, and Nicky Devlin controls it and then puts it in the air. Rolls is underneath it, heads it forward. Palaversa wins it, and then Sockler is barged over Cammy Devlin there, and that'll be a Hearts free kick just short of the halfway line. So Hearts opting not to make a change at half time. They've obviously only got one more they can do it during play, but half time doesn't count, so they could have made a change during the break and then also made one in this second half, but opted not to do that. See if they can get back into the game. And as that's first touch for Doohan as he collects a long ball up from Hearts, and then gets a first touch between the gloves, rolls it out to Gavin Malloy. Aberdeen leading 1-0. Can they build on it, or will Hearts get back into this game? Tynecastle slightly flat at the start of the second half. Can the team bring the fans into the game, bring things to life as Clarkson flicks it on, but Halkett wins the ball, fires it into Forrest, who does well to squeeze that up the line to Spittle. Good feet from Spittle, but then Devlin gets back and nicks it off him. McDonald with a really good pass up to Sockler, challenged, and then it breaks back for Aberdeen, and Morris can stretch his legs down this right hand side. It's Morris, tries the low cross, blocked by Halkett. Aberdeen corner.
When you've got that pace, you can see Halkett's petrified with Morris going near him, but I think Morris would be he's a terrific player, but his final ball at times lets him down. His final decision, as we've seen against Hibs, he can pick them out at times, but there he could have really drove into the box here and rolled it back for someone.
Aberdeen corner. Morris is offering the short option, but Leighton Clarkson, I think he's going to fire this in with the right foot. He does. Comes to near post, not a good one, and Shankland gets across, and it comes back out to Clarkson. Now Morris, right hand side. Palaversa's pulled away, gets it. Palaversa tries to float it in. Shankland charges it down, and it's illegally with a hand, according to Kevin Clancy, the referee. So it will be an Aberdeen free kick.
Yeah, no complaints at all there. Shankland's got both hands up and it hits him.
Yeah, out from the body, etc. It's Aberdeen free kick, about just over 25 yards out towards the right hand side of the box, and Aberdeen are loading the back post area as Leighton Clarkson, the goal scorer, gets ready to take. He curls it in with the right foot to the edge of the 6-yard box. Malloy's there, and Hearts get the crucial touch. I think it was Halkett at the back post that manages to flick it behind, and it'll be an Aberdeen corner.
Yeah, great delivery in from young Clarkson. You've seen his talent all day long, how neat and tidy he's been on the ball. His deliveries have been perfect. As you've seen in the first half, Aberdeen were trying to sort of work one of the defenders round the back. So superb delivery in from Clarkson. Here he is again with a corner.
Yeah, over on the far side in front of the main stand this time. Leighton Clarkson prepares to take for Aberdeen. Here he comes, right-footed, on top of Craig Gordon, who punches it to the edge of the area. Nielsen controls it on the thigh and then goes for goal from distance, and Gordon leaps to his right and pushes it behind for another Aberdeen corner. The visitors have made the brighter start to this second period.
They have. It's a decent punch from Craig Gordon, but it's right into traffic. Nielsen, good touch, lovely hit, good save, comfortable save for Craig Gordon.
Nielsen and Malloy, the only regular players for Aberdeen who haven't scored this season. That was a decent effort from the Norwegian. Comes in again from Clarkson, 6-yard box. Halkett wins it this time. Nielsen again takes it on the chest, and then he's crowded out, and it breaks for Devlin. And Hearts can counter here through Shanklin. He's up to the halfway line, has support from Alan Forrest, but Aberdeen get numbers back, and it's just in front of Forrest, who couldn't gather. And Ross Doohan comes out and dives on the ball. Aberdeen did well to get numbers back there. Shanklin didn't really have much support.
And I mean, it's Morris chasing you as well. He's not get any chance of getting away from him. No chance.
Here's Palaversa, drops it back to Malloy. Palaversa across to McDonald's, into Nielsen, and he tried to return it to Malloy, but Palaversa was standing in the way, and Hearts have it. It's Drama, and he goes down again looking for the foul. It's Rolls into Spittle, left-hand side of the box, gets the cross away, and a outstretched leg from Angus MacDonald prevents it from going towards Shanklin, but Ross Doohan is unable to prevent the corner kick. So Hearts now with an opportunity to stick the ball in the box.
It needs to be better quality coming in. We've seen in the first half the deliveries from corners were poor. There's a chance for Spittle with his right foot, try and bend this right in on Doohan, who's just come on.
Spittle will take this corner on the near side. Hearts looking to find an equaliser. Right foot on top of Doohan, and he gets a punch away. Good goalkeeping from the youngster, and it's up the left-hand side from Aberdeen, but Forrester has it. Forrester gives it to Devlin. Devlin crosses from deep towards Halkett, flicks it into the box. McGrath's there, and then the free kick. That was not much in that, but Craig Halkett very clearly put two hands on the back, and when the referee sees that, Niall McGinn, it's only going to end in one direction.
Yeah, Craig just made his decision for him. A wee bit soft, but clearly a free kick.
Yeah, there was barely any contact, but the gesture was there, and Aberdeen are able to get out of that bit of pressure from Hearts as the free kick is switched to the far side. It's a bit clumsy in midfield, and Devlin challenges. Nielsen comes across, will fall for Musa Drama though, and then he checks inside. Nielsen goes inside, and Kevin Clancy strides purposely towards Nielsen, and the booking is flashed for the Aberdeen midfielder, and that's Aberdeen's third booking of the afternoon.
I was saying it at half-time, he's such a clever player. He's very good at what he does. Honestly, he's a really good football player. And you count the amount of fouls he has in a game, and eventually they tot up and has to get booked.
They're always the same foul as well, almost nearly.
He's a terrific, honestly. He really is. I would imagine the rest of the players will love him. He's maybe not one of the Aberdeen fans' favourites, but what he does for the team is magnificent.
Hearts free kick over on the far side. Blair Spittle is going to take it. Kevin Clancy, the referee, jogs over to the edge of the box. He's having a word with Nicky Devlin here. I'm not sure what that's about.
He's a captain now, so
yeah,
maybe having a word, one more and he's off or whatever, you know.
Yeah. And then it's over on the far side for Spittle to take. Low cross, it's not the best. Breaks back to Devlin. Devlin goes back to Spittle, right hand side. Spittle thinks about going down the outside, gives it inside to Forrest, right corner of the box, floats a delivery in, but it evades everyone, and it's going to go over to this near side now, and it'll be a Heart of Midlothian throw-in, almost in line with the edge of the Aberdeen box. Then Kevin Clancy is stopped play because we have another injury. Is that Jamie McGrath? Yeah, down on the edge of the Hearts box, and dearie me, dropping like flies, the players. Hopefully he's okay to continue, but he's down in a heap. Jamie McGrath gets back to his feet on his hunkers, and it looks like he is going to be okay to continue for Aberdeen. And it's 8 minutes into the second half. It's still Hearts 0, Aberdeen 1. Leighton Clarkson's first Premiership goal of the season is the difference. Rolls into Beningame, back to Rolls, and then he goes backwards further to Halkett on the halfway line. Now it's Oyegoke, crosses halfway, gives it to Forrester on the right touchline, back to Oyegoke. And Hearts need to try and find a way through Aberdeen here. Rolls, hesitates for a moment, and then gives it to Craig Halkett. and then it's over to Oyegoke. Now Forrester back to Oyegoke. Hearts can't get it into the feet of their midfielders at the moment.
They're actually getting deeper and deeper as well. You'll see this will end up going back to Craig Gordon probably.
And Rolls manages to dig out a good pass to Forrest, and that's flicked in field to Spittle. Nice done brilliantly, Blair Spittle, to slide that into Beningame. And now it's Shanklin on the left-hand side. Shanklin's with Malloy in front of him, and Malloy has a bit of a fresh air swipe and then wins the ball, and then his clearance comes off Spittle. It'll be an Aberdeen throw-in down near their corner flag.
I think that just epitomises Lawrence Shanklin's season so far, unfortunately for him. He had an opportunity there and he just totally miscontrolled it. It's not like him. He's got a good touch, just miscontrols the ball and getting Aberdeen off the hook.
And now is that James McGarry, who is down on the edge of the box, and the physios are on for Aberdeen. So at this rate we're going to have played about 2 hours at Tynecastle, as so many players gone down with issues.
And Jack Milne's getting ready to come on.
Yeah, came on at Easter Road on Tuesday night to replace Nicky Devlin.
And Shinnie, so they might take Nielsen off.
Yeah, he's such a pivotal player for Jimmy Tilleen. Obviously worked with him at Elfsborg for a couple of years, and he's the man who dictates, knows the manager's style of play and gets them moving, knows his position inside out. So we'll see if he does indeed make way. McGarry is still getting some treatment on the edge of the box. He's had a bit of an injury hit spell since signing. Well, not last summer, but the summer before for Aberdeen. Not played a tremendous amount of games. And certainly this season, this is his first one in the Premiership. He's back up, and Shinnie and Milne are stripped and ready to come on. So no Jack McKenzie, of course, in the Aberdeen squad today. First choice left back who'd played every league game, so there is no option to bring on a like for like, because Jack Milne is, well, he's really a centre back who's mostly played right back for Aberdeen. And he's going to have to go to left back, I think, here, unless McGarry is okay to continue. He's now
just because they've not got the board ready.
Yeah.
So the referee's like, you've not got the board ready, we're just going to play on.
So the fans growing frustrated. It's a bit stop-start at Tynecastle. Hearts 0, Aberdeen 1. We've played 11 in this second half, and it's headed out for the Hearts throw-in halfway up Aberdeen territory. Thrown back to Halkett. Aberdeen are going to have to wait to make this change, and Jamie McGrath's gone in to fill in at left back, and they've gone 4-4-1 for now until they can make that change. And here is Halkett, centre circle, right-footed pass out to the left touchline, and Forrest squeezes it through a gap to Spittle, who takes it down the left-hand side. Forrest almost runs into Spittle, and then Spittle gets a low cross him in the left foot. Nielsen is well positioned to deal with it. Rolls can't control on the stretch. Now looks like McGarry's going to come back on. It's all a bit shambolic.
Well, they can't make the changes that they maybe want. They'll maybe take him off when the ball goes out to play.
Curled
at
in.
the moment they want him in.
Curled in by Hearts, dealt with by Devlin, and then Morris touches it away from Rolls, and then another one, and then he's too quick for Rolls here. Shaden Morris with some brilliant play, but he doesn't have any support, and Rolls gets back and makes a block, and Devlin goes after this and knocks it to Oyegoke just outside his own penalty area. And I think the Tynecastle crowd just willing Hearts to be a bit more purposeful as they go up to Shanklin. Malloy wins the header though. Nielsen brings it down, back to Malloy, out to McGarry, who has come back on. And he looks okay. McGrath goes down and gets back to his feet. Hearts have it. Good challenge from Nielsen, and then it's won by Clarkson, and it's all scrappy. Now we're going to have these two Aberdeen changes, and howls of derision around Tynecastle after that mix-up on the touchline. Jack Milne is coming on, but he's not a left back, so it'll be interesting. No Jack McKenzie.
Palaversa, another one off.
Palaversa. That's interesting, Niall, because a lot of Aberdeen fans have been wanting to see him start in recent weeks. What have you made of his performance?
I think he's been neat and tidy. He's got up in seconds. He's obviously been in there in a good partnership with a very experienced player. I think even just our past half time, you seen the manager was speaking to Graham Shinney there for a good sort of 2 minutes. He always, it was inevitable that he was always going to come on, but even Jack Millen coming on, I in my head straight away I'm thinking, can Devlin go to left back, and can maybe Jack go to a more familiarised right back position as he did during the week? But here he is coming on left back, and he'll obviously need to be on his guard, because I think Drama's been probably the bright spark for Hearts. Here's Alan Forrest on the left hand side, plays it back to Oyegoke, who started the day at right back, now playing right centre back for Hearts. Out to Forrester on the far side. Again, it's backwards.
Look forward. They have to look forward.
Yeah, the crowd are just growing really frustrated. Hearts, bottom of the league, a goal down, and Spittle collects that pass, keeps it in on the left line, slides it down the line to Forrest. Forrest with McDonald in front, goes for the cross. It's blocked by McDonald, and it'll be a throw in next to the corner flag for Hearts. Thrown quickly to Spittle. Spittle tries to dart into the area, chips across, and it's onto the roof of the net, and that is not good enough from a Hearts point of view.
No, dreadful, really poor. But they have to play forward if they can. It's all right keeping the ball, but Aberdeen are back in numbers. Their 10 outfield players are in position. They've got to move it quicker. It's far, far too slow. Just going across from right back to left back, back to right back. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's a big ask for Jack Milne here. He's only played, this is his 19th first team appearance, and he's in an unfamiliar position. Headed forward by Hearts. Binningham out to Forrest, left hand side, and he's managed to put it down the line to Spittle, who's got more space this time to dig out a cross, but he's put it on the penalty spot where there are no maroon jerseys, and Jamie McGrath brings it down and clears, and it goes all the way out for a throw-in down in the Hearts half, flung to Halkett. Halkett for Oyegoke, and Aberdeen comfortable at the moment. Hearts need to think outside the box, do something different here, because it's not working at the moment. They have had the bulk of possession these last 5 minutes, but not creating any chances. Can they change that as they come forward now? Halkett to the left back, rolls to Halkett again. Halkett decides to go more direct and switches it to Forrester on the right hand side. Great touch from Forrester, brings it under his spell. He's got Milne in front of him, and he gets down the outside and wins a corner kick. He's one he has. Came off Milne, so that's better from Hearts.
Yeah, it's a good play from Halkett. Good 40-50 yard ball with Forrester wide on the touchline. He gets forward and wins Hearts a corner. He can't just keep passing it around the back for passing sake. They're not moving the Aberdeen shape in any way.
62 minutes, and Aberdeen still lead 1-0 at Tynecastle. And the corner comes in from Hearts on the far side, won by Devlin. And then Cammy Devlin sends it back towards Spittle on the right hand side. Spittle's cross is blocked, and it's an awkward one, and Drama gets the header on it, and Musa Drama scores, and Hearts are level. Drama slides on his knees, and the Hearts fans go berserk for that goal, and they've had a spell of pressure and they've made it count. It is Heart of Midlothian 1, Aberdeen 1.
Yeah, they got a bit of luck as well, because the cross from Spittle's deflected, and is it Clarkson maybe goes out to try and block it, and he gets a left foot on it, but it whips in, and there's Drama making the front post run. He's been Hearts' bright spark today. He's shown real good energy, real good, just everything about him. He's worked tirelessly as well, and he deserves that goal.
Yeah, and he was in the right place at the right time, just not across. He did get a touch of fortune, as Alan said. The cross was deflected, but he was really urgent, and there was uncertainty from Duan whether he should come for it or not. And we're
checked.
Yeah, we're checked complete. They were checking for a handball there, but it's not a handball, so this goal is going to be awarded, and Aberdeen will get us back underway, and it's all square. Finally balanced, and Tynecastle roars because they've seen their team get back into this game, and then Malloy takes an uncertain touch, goes back to Duan, and Shankland chases down the replacement goalkeeper. Rolls, heads it up, and Devlin wins it for Aberdeen, and Forrest forward for Spittle. McDonald into Nielsen, nowhere to go, so goes back to his goalkeeper Ross Duan. And now Aberdeen are being asked a few questions.
Yeah, but Aberdeen started the second half really well, but I think again the break in play that we've had with the injuries to players, it's not helped the flow of the game at all. Had it in the first half and we've had it again in the second half.
And Craig Gordon has it in his gloves. And Hearts now, well, they still want to get the 3 points here. Plenty time left in this game for both teams. How they would love to get off the foot of the table. And it's back to Milne. And Nielsen goes back to Doohan. There is a bit of a question as to whether the final touch for that Hearts goal was indeed Moussa Drama or whether it was Nicky Devlin, but
that just shows you, though, Thomas. I'm talking about Hearts getting the ball forward quicker. Halkett plays the diagonal, Forrester wins the corner, Hearts get the goal. They've got to play forward.
Yeah, profited from better play, and here comes Devlin. Forrester drives up the right hand side and receives the pass. He's on the touchline. Jamie McGrath marshals him, cuts it back to Cammy Devlin. Cross isn't great. Shinnie heads it to the edge of the area. Beningame, then Nielsen sends it back. Aberdeen don't have anyone up to receive it though, and it's Cammy Devlin in the centre circle. Halkett for Rolls. Rolls back to Halkett, and it's all Hearts at the moment. Not exactly creating chance after chance, but they are the dominant team in terms of possession. Aberdeen struggling, and here is Oyagoke. Forrester's made another good run, but Milne goes in with a slide-in challenge. Kevin Clancy's happy with it, then Nielsen goes down, he's happy with that as well. Here comes Oyagoke, throws in a step over, going down the right hand side, the centre back, and Jack Milne, he tries to drive by him, he does, gets the cross in, and Nicky Devlin comes in from right back to clear as Hearts threatened. Here's Drama, and Drama is winning the corner for Hearts on the far side, and this place is re-energised now, and that has been awarded as a Nicky Devlin own goal, incidentally.
Yeah, now Aberdeen are going to have to weather the storm here for the next few minutes, but it's clear to see if Hearts move the ball quicker, get the ball wide, the likes of Drama, and create the 2v1s in the wider areas. Jack Milne's probably, he's getting a wee sort of scoring a round peg. He's come in, here we go.
Corner comes in, and it's headed up by McDonald. It's coming back down. Shankly gets a touch on it, and Jack Milne's header comes out to Spittle, who lashes it and tries to lash it into the box, but Milne blocks it. Hearts throw in on the far side,
and Aberdeen are complaining. I think there's a foul in the box there,
and a tackle goes in from Clarkson, and then Milne's battling. He's going to try and leave this to go out for a goal kick, and Hearts claiming that was a corner, but the goal kick is given, and Aberdeen can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief because they've been under the cosh.
Yeah, you would think Aberdeen just want to take the sting out of the game if they can. Doohan's already started the game. We're off again.
And it goes up to McGrath on the left-hand side. And, well, usually this would be Shayden Morris time for Aberdeen, but he's already on the park, has been from minute one. That's loose from Rolls, gives it to McDonald. Now Nielsen slides it to Morris on this right-hand side. He's in his own half, though, and he's got three maroon jerseys in front of him. It goes back to Devlin. Devlin to McDonald. Shinnie. Devlin, that's loose, didn't spot Shankland, who came in and won the ball, and now it's Forrest, but he was off balance as he struck the cross, and Aberdeen defend it comfortably. Shinnie for Nicky Devlin. Devlin puts the head down, but back comes the Hearts player. It's Oyagoke or Beningame, who's, what a run that was, came from absolutely nowhere, slides in. Now it's Devlin, now it's slipped to the left hand side of the box. Alan Forrest, he's in the area, comes in on the right foot, deflected, and it drops for Spittle, takes a touch, and then it goes away from him, and Sockler can clear, and Hearts well on top since equalising, and it's out to the far side in Forrester. Forrester's near post cross is headed away by Malloy. Aberdeen can't get out of their own half at the moment. It is all Heart of Midlothian. Rolls for Oyagoke. Oyagoke for Halkett. Halkett chips it forward, but it's overhit, and Doohan will gather that.
It's been a good spell from Hearts, but equally Aberdeen, you can see they've still got their shape. Shinnie and Nielsen in the middle of the park, just trying to calm things down.
Here's Malloy. Takes it out a few yards, gives it to Nielsen, who drops in. Nielsen for Shinnie. Shinnie then puts a left-footed pass up to Milne, across the halfway line, and he's won a corner. 21-year-olds off of Cammy Devlin. Throw in on the far side, I should say, and it's in front of the dugouts, thrown to Nielsen. Nielsen for Milne, up the line to Clarkson, and then slide back out to Clarkson. cross comes in, Oyegoke's there, drops for Shinnie on the edge, controls it on the chest. Hearts win it, and then a sliding challenge from Devlin. And it's ferociously competitive in that middle of the pitch, and Angus MacDonald's allowed that to drop, but he's got time to then nod it back to Ross Doohan.
It was a lovely tackle at the edge of the box by Nielsen on Devlin. Two of them full-blooded into it.
Two aggressive players, and here is Nielsen. And it goes across to Malloy, the left centre back. Clarkson touched in from McGrath, tries to return it, and Aberdeen can't quite work it, and Beningame steps in. Now Oyegoke for Forrester.
I think he's played well, Beningame. You see when he comes into the team, he gives them Hearts a different dimension in the middle of the park.
69 on the clock. It's Hearts 1, Aberdeen 1. Devlin goes after this ball. Forrest is right on his heels though. Devlin turns and clears. Morris can't flick it on. Halkett plays it to Beningame. Hearts in the centre circle. Devlin spreads it right to Forrester, but it's overhit.
Honestly, the simple things Cammy Devlin really struggles with. That was an easy pass. Overhits it right out the park.
Yeah, and that is Hearts fans' frustration with Cammy Devlin. So tenacious, works so hard, breaks up play, gets stuck in. Can't question any of that. But
no, he's been very good. Yeah, he's been very, very good at that. You know, breaking things up, winning the ball back. But then that's a really simple pass. It's not a difficult pass for him.
Aberdeen throw up the line, won by Forrester though. Now it's infield to Beningame. Beningame in the Aberdeen half. Carries it forward a few paces, gets it back from Forrest. Now it's out to Rolls. Rolls for Beningame inside the pitch, and then it's Halkett. Oyegoke for Forrester on the right wing. He gets a bit lucky there. His touch skipped up onto his chest and manages to keep it in well. It's back to Halkett. Aberdeen did lead in this game through Leighton Clarkson in the first half, but Nicky Devlin own goal has brought Hearts level. Long ball up to Drama. Can he take it in a stride? And Shankland can't quite keep up, and it falls for Doohan, the Aberdeen goalkeeper, to pounce on it. And Aberdeen have gone quickly here. Jack Milne plays it forward to Clarkson. Brilliant from Devlin, and that's the good side of his game.
Magic, honestly. That's what he's good at. Really good at breaking stuff up, being in the right place at the right time.
And this is an interesting period for Jimmy Tilleen and Aberdeen. They've had their leads extinguished, and they're on the back foot. Can they work something out, try and play their way back into this game? But it's Oyegoke who clears. Nielsen wins the header, goes back to Angus MacDonald, who looks up, and he is going to switch it out to Morris on the right hand side, but Rolls was well stationed to win it. And then it's headed back to Rolls under pressure, and Morris is going to get there on the right hand side of the box. Low cross, and it's touched to Nicky Devlin. Nicky Devlin, brilliant recovery from Rolls. But here's Jamie McGrath on the edge of the box, strike blocked, and now it's with Milne. Milne to Shinnie, edge of the area, left-footed pass to the right hand side, and Morris. Brighter from Aberdeen. Morris has a go at Alan Forrest, chips it to the back post. No one in an Aberdeen jersey there. Hearts managed to clear to the edge, only as far as Nielsen, who doesn't spot Shankland behind him, and then is rushed, and Hearts can counter. Here's Blair Spittle striding over the halfway line. Spittle checks in on the right foot, goes down, and Shinnie came back, and Graham Shinnie is going to go into the referee's notebook.
Again, really good foul from Graham Shinnie. Hearts are pushing forward. Shankland makes a good run. Spittle, does he see it? I don't know, but easy yellow card.
Oh, well, that was better pressure from Aberdeen, Niall.
Yeah, I think there's Duke's going to come on here now, but it's just a wee tricky patch for them at the moment. They're just sort of getting caught between obviously defending the counter-attack and getting their foot on the ball and trying to get the ball wide to Morris and create chances. So nice wee bit of play from Aberdeen there, but Hearts are back in the front foot again.
Yeah, this free kick for Spittle. Duke is going to emerge from the bench for Aberdeen, but not before this Hearts free kick. Spittle, central position, floats it towards the back post. There's a run there, and it comes across, and then Drama miskicks, falls to Forrest, blocked, and then Shinnie clears. And that was a good chance for Hearts. Back to Milne, who just gets rid of it. And Forrester's back, heads it, and then Morris misses it, and Shankland will run backwards and collect on the left touchline. It's Lawrence Shankland, the Hearts captain, down the left wing. Goes backwards to Beningame. Beningame to his centre half, Halkett, and Hearts will start again by going to the right hand side and Forrester.
Halkett stretching his hamstring.
Yeah, he's struggling, and he's had a horrific time with injuries. That's a good challenge from Milne to win it off Spittle, and now Aberdeen can counter. Clarkson playing out on the left hand side. He's forced to turn back as Forrester tucks back in. Clarkson looking for a pass, finds it through Nielsen. Nielsen, he's asking Morris to make a move, but he does it too late, and then it's forward for Clarkson, who fires it back to Jack Milne, and Aberdeen now have it with the centre-back Malloy. Malloy under a bit of pressure from Spittle, who's in the vicinity. Malloy chips it forward looking for McGrath. Forrester gets there first and heads it out for an Aberdeen throw-in. Milne quickly to Nielsen. Nielsen goes backwards to Malloy. This is becoming a fascinating contest because Aberdeen have grown back into it following the concession of the equaliser. It's headed up in the air by Hearts. Nielsen goes after it. And
it's a foul, surely.
The free kick is given to Musa Dramet.
And another one for Nielsen.
Nielsen, yeah.
Tottenham up.
Yeah. And it's going to be a change for Aberdeen, and Esther Sockler is going to depart, and Duke is going to come onto the park. No goals for Duke this season. He's definitely played his part since being reintegrated into the team.
I've got to say, I think the way Aberdeen handled that situation was brilliant when he decided not to turn up. They handled it really well.
Spittle can't control. Will Shanklin get there in the box? No, Duhan, the goalkeeper, is first to it. Alert goalkeeping from Aberdeen's number 31, Dimitar Mitov, forced off at half-time with a muscle issue. Forward for Milne, and it's a good sliding challenge from Forrester. Aberdeen throw. Interesting to see Duke is playing through the middle. That is where he likes to play. He prefers to play as a striker. Not had the chance this season, so we'll see what he can do.
Real pace up there now.
Forwards for McGrath, and he just gets rid of it really, and it's straight to Rolls. Rolls looks up into the centre circle. Still got it, Kai Rolls. And then he chips it into a left-back area where he was hoping someone had made a run, but no one had. Spittle goes across to close down Milne. Up the line to McGrath. Knocks it off the Hearts player. Breaks for Milne. Now it's Nielsen. Nielsen slips it to Clarkson on the run, and he crosses the halfway line, and Clarkson goes wide to Morris, who does really well to control that awkward pass. Right corner of the box for Morris. Comes in, tries to shoot, it's blocked. And then Alan Forrest has it, jinking on the edge of his own penalty area, and does really well to find Forrester at right back. He's got a bit of space in front of him, Adam Forrester. Plays it long towards Spittle. McDonald wins the header. Nielsen comes back to calm things down for Aberdeen. And it's just
a few tired boys out there now. You can see them beginning to wane a little bit. Drama's gone down.
Yeah, he's down in a heap in the middle, and Graham Shinney's not putting it out. Morris heads to keep it in. And Aberdeen are going to play on here. They don't have to put it out unless it's a head injury.
Right enough.
And here is Devlin. Devlin gives it to Morris. Morris back to Nicky Devlin and goes across to McDonald. Drummond's back on his feet.
Just cramp he's got.
Yeah, he's not had a lot of minutes in his legs, and he's put in some shift, in fairness to Musa Dramet, although the goal that we thought he'd scored is not going to go in his column for the season. It's Nicky Devlin own goal. Back to Angus McDonald in the centre circle. Aberdeen with the ball. Malloy with the left foot up to the left touchline, and Milne, poor touch, and Hearts win it. Beningame, and now it's into Spittle, just short of the halfway line, and he was trying to set Forrest free, but it was well intercepted by Aberdeen. Shinney's touch finds Nielsen, fires it to Morris on this right hand side, and now Kai Rolls has a problem because Morris is running right at him. Morris into the penalty area, goes beyond him, beyond Kai Rolls, puts it across, and then that could have gone anywhere. Forrester turns it behind, corner, but no one in an Aberdeen jersey, Niall, in the 6-yard box when Morris gets down the outside.
Yeah, Morris does tremendously well. He's done it all afternoon. He wants to get himself into them 1v1 situations with Rolls, and superb balls. So that's where you're wanting the likes of a Duke or a Jimmy McGrath coming in, or a Clarkson coming in. But regarding sort of the substitution of Duke, you have Nesbitt on the bench. You thought he might have brought him on, but with sort of that maybe Halkett struggling here with maybe a hamstring injury, you've seen why he wants Duke on the pitch for maybe his pacing behind.
Corner to Aberdeen coming from the far side. It's into the 6-yard box. It's comfortable for Halkett, who heads it to Shinney. 25 yards out, left-footed pass to the far side, and it's a cross in, and McDonald's made a run, but it's comfortable in the 6-yard box for Craig Gordon. Aberdeen are going to make another couple of changes, I think, and Hearts are going to go to their bench as well, and it's Hearts who have the ball. Alan Forrest in his own half. Spittle just short of halfway. Right-footed pass into Devlin midfield. Poor touch, and Clarkson gets a boot on it. And then he regathers Leighton Clarkson, takes it outside. Bobbing and weaving on the far side. Goes down looking for a free kick. Advantage being played as McGrath has it. Then he chips it to Duke on the left-hand side of the box. Duke looks on the outside, and then he's overhit it, and it goes behind for a goal kick. And Aberdeen would expect better from Duke in that situation. He was the one who set up the winner at Pataudry.
Yeah, I think House are going to bring on Grant and Vargas, but the looks of it, it'll be drama will go off.
Yeah, he's down again. Yeah, down again. And we're 78.5 minutes on the clock at Tynecastle, and it is still Hearts 1, Aberdeen 1. And Aberdeen going to go to the bench.
Looks like
as well. Yeah. So Jack Milne comes across. Changes going to be made. Jamie McGrath has been. I thought it was Jamie McGrath. He was walking over to the far side, but the Hearts change is coming first. So George Grant, his number is going up, and it's Alan Forrest who's going to make way for him. And Musa Drama also goes off. Warm applause from the Tynecastle crowd. He's put in a real shift, and Kenneth Vargas is on for Hearts in attack. So they will bring legs certainly for Hearts, and Shaden Morris is going to be withdrawn, which I'm sure Kai Rolls will be relieved at. He's moving across. Keskinen is so equally as quick right enough.
Thomas, it's what a dangerous player he is. You know, he's got electric pace, really good. And that ball just a couple of minutes ago, that he fronts up Kai Rolls, knocks it by him, gives him absolutely no chance, and it's a wonderful ball right across the 6-yard box. You'd have thought that there would have been takers here, Duke coming in, Clarkson, someone getting in, but no takers for Aberdeen. But he's such a threat.
And that's Topi Keskinen who's no slouch. So still threats for Aberdeen, but it is 1-1 at Tynecastle. Aberdeen without a win in 4 away from Pataudry, where they've won every single game this season. Can they find a winner, or will it be Hearts who get one and move themselves level on Hibernian, with Hibernian in the bottom of the Premiership table? They need a 2-goal advantage to get themselves, to win by a couple of goals to get themselves ahead of Hibs on goal difference, but they'll take any win, 1-goal win, anything. They just need victories. Heart of Midlothian throw in on the far side, and it's back to Oyegoke. Controls and goes to Halkett. Duke is running across, but it's away to Rolls, and then up to Spittle, back to Rolls, and that's a good pass into George Grant, who touches it infield, but Shinnie's back covering really well, and Aberdeen win it. It's up to Duke, who controls it with the right foot. Midway through the Hearts half, goes back to Angus MacDonald, and that's a really poor pass from Angus MacDonald in midfield. Gives it straight to Kenneth Vargas, who's in the centre circle. He's looking for an option, runs away from Shinnie. He's coming across this near side, gives it to Spittle. Spittle looks for the run of Vargas, and he's found him. Brilliant from Hearts, but they couldn't get set to cross. First time Kenneth Vargas, and he has to come back outside the area, and he goes back to Kai Rolls. Rolls for Spittle. Spittle into Beningame, left corner of the box, and then Nielsen slipped, cross comes in, Malloy's header to the edge, and then Clarkson flicks it up into the air, and then Shinnie wins the follow-up. Duke uses his body to get in front of Devlin, but it's a good battle, and the Hearts midfielder gets back and regains possession. It's over to Forrester on the right hand side for Hearts. Crosses from very deep. Shanklin's in there, and it bounces for George Grant. Can he finish? What a challenge that is! Shanklin on the stretch, and it drops for Devlin. But that is absolutely incredible defending from Nicky Devlin. I thought that was a certain goal for George Grant. Incredible.
Superb ball across. George takes a great touch, and you're just thinking the net's going to ripple here, but superb defending from Aberdeen. But I think it's just going to turn into a battle of the benches. You've seen both teams making substitutions, so it's getting the fresh legs on to create more chances for both teams.
I think Devlin got a block playing for Scotland recently. That was similar. Yeah. Absolutely magnificent it was from him there. Throwing his body on the line. You thought Grant just going to smash into the back of the net.
That was unbelievable, and he's hurt himself a bit in the process. Nicky Devlin played every single game this season, and he had to go off the other night at Easter Road, and he's struggling. And then he's obviously had international camps as well, where he's not had any time off. He's got his hands on his head. What a season he's having. 5 goals to boot, as well as some heroic defending. And he's kept Aberdeen level in this game. Doohan for McDonald's. McDonald's goes long. McGrath comes across, flicks it towards Keskinen, but Rolls wins it. Then McGrath gets it back, but it breaks for Halkett, just short of halfway. Halkett hits it into Jamie McGrath and then breaks for Beningame. Halkett for Rolls, who goes back to Craig Gordon. It is finally poised here at Tynecastle. Final 6.5 minutes of the 90, and it is still 1-1 here live on Sports Sound. Hearts go long looking for Vargas. It comes off his shoulder. Brilliant from Vargas to get there ahead of Milne. He goes back to Forrester. Forrester for Oyegoke. Oyegoke goes a little run and then passes it outside to Forrester on the touchline. He's going to cross from deep. It's another decent one, and McDonald had to deal with it, and he's flicked it behind for a Hearts corner.
It's been a much better second half from both sides, actually. The first half was a bit, Aberdeen get the goal, but there wasn't a lot of chances in it. Second half, far better from both teams.
Hearts corner on this near side. Spittle's come across to take it. Final 6 minutes of the 90. Still 1-1. Are we going to get late drama at Tynecastle? Spittle's corner, Doohan punches. Devlin controls on the chest at the edge, goes for the strike, and Keskinen got across to win it. Comes off the top of his head. Oyegoke on the stretch. McGrath. Now it's Angus MacDonald. Not a great touch, and it deflects off an Aberdeen player into the box, but Doohan will beat Shankland to the ball, and Aberdeen have it. Still 1-1. Roll to Shinnie. Shinnie to McDonald. McDonald looks up. Just been a bit loose with the ball, Angus MacDonald, in the last few moments, and it's back to Doohan, the goalkeeper, and then Malloy to Milne, back to Shinnie. Lovely pass through the lines to Clarkson in the centre circle. Clarkson slides it through looking for Keskinen, but Keskinen is denied by a brilliant sliding challenge. And now Hearts can come up the other end. Vargas comes inside, Milne with a sliding challenge, and it was brilliantly timed. Neil Critchley's going berserk on the far side. He thinks that was a free kick, but on we go. And it's Aberdeen driving forward and slip towards Duke. He'll get there before Gordon goes down, looking for the penalty. I don't think that's a penalty. Goes behind, and has Gordon got a touch on the ball or anything, and Duke is booked for diving. That's poor. He just anticipating the contact that never came. And Hearts will have the free kick. And Aberdeen burst into life there, Niall McGinn.
Yeah, Clarkson gets himself in a nice position. Duke makes a lovely run. I think he just maybe overplayed it. He probably knew the ball was going to go out of play, so I think he just chanced his arm a wee bit there to go down for a penalty.
And Kevin Clancy is... We're getting a VAR check, but check is complete, and we will, as expected, not have a penalty for that. Dive by Duke. Craig Gordon is ready to take the free kick, and Hearts with 4 minutes to try and find a winner. Likewise Aberdeen, 1-1 at Tynecastle, and Vargas misses that, and it'll be an Aberdeen throw-in. Well, Aberdeen are a side who've certainly enjoyed some late drama. Often they've scored late. Obviously at Easter Road it was a case of conceding late as well. Throw into Clarkson, controls it, and Milne hacked forward. Good sliding challenge though from Devlin again. He's been brilliant, to be fair, Cammy Devlin. So industrious, and it's floated forward for Vargas, but it skips off the Tynecastle turf and behind for a goal kick in front of the Aberdeen fans.
It has been. Devlin's been excellent, really good. Breaking things up, getting instructions now. The manager's telling him just to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, Cam Heads could well win this game. And it's McDonald's goes long looking for Keskinen, and it breaks for Shinnie off Keskinen, and then Nielsen with a brilliant sliding challenge to win that ball. And now Keskinen runs forwards up towards the edge of the box, shifts it onto the right foot. Still Keskinen, forces it to Jamie McGrath. McGrath on the left foot bends, one deflected. Forrester's header away, and then Shinnie forward for Keskinen again, edge of the box. 1-0 by George Grant, and then Beningame, who goes long for Shankland, who's in behind here, but he's out wide on the right hand side. Malloy's gone across, Shankland waits for support. Lawrence Shankland comes in field towards the corner of the box, back to Forrester, who floats the ball in. Nielsen's back, wins the header. McGrath goes up, and then Devlin wins the header. McGrath flicks it on, and Shinnie has it. Shinnie trying to dribble out towards the halfway line for Aberdeen, but it's brilliantly won yet again by Cammy Devlin, and then George Grant returns the ball to Devlin. Now Beningame in the centre circle. Final 2 and a bit minutes of the 90 at Tynecastle, 1-1. Beningame for Devlin. Devlin out wide to Forrester. Forrester crosses in, it's dangerous, but Doohan commands the edge of his 6-yard box and collects in. Other than perhaps the goal, he's done okay, Ross Doohan, since coming on at half-time. Niall?
Yeah, he's acquitted himself very well. He's come into obviously a very tough environment. He's looked calm on the ball. I think the second half was absolutely flown by. Aberdeen are always trying to play here, trying to bring the sting out of it. But yeah, he's come in, he's been very calm and effective on the ball, so now his confidence is growing.
Angus MacDonald attempts a risky one up the line to Keskinen, which Spittle picks off, but he couldn't do anything other than knock it out for a throw-in, which Aberdeen will take down in front of the Wheatfield stands, and Devlin throws it to Nielsen. Devlin gets it back, and MacDonald, a poor touch at Shankman straight on top of him, but he's put in a good challenge to keep the ball, and then MacDonald goes to Malloy, controls it with the left foot, the Irishman. Goes towards Milne, Hearts win the header, McGrath comes across, but Devlin's first to it. Devlin gets it off Halkett, McGrath gets a foot in though, and now Aberdeen have it. Milne, and it tried the 1-2 with Clarkson, the sliding chance goes in, play on at the moment, McGrath has it, goes down, looking for the penalty, Kevin Clancy unmoved, and Hearts have it on the edge of their own box. Cammy Devlin, now Forrester boots it clear, and Vargas is in behind here. Can he win the foot race? The goalkeeper's come and got there, Duhan, and Camley deals with it
in a bad way as well.
And Beningame has now hurt himself, and it's another player with a really difficult injury history, which Hearts will hope he's okay, because he's also battled well in there and improves Hearts midfield.
Yeah, I think he's been excellent again, Beningame. Really, really good.
Kevin Clancy has the ball in his hands, and we're about to hit 90 minutes at Tynecastle. 1-1 between Hearts and Aberdeen, and they're checking for a possible red card here for serious foul play. I don't know if it's on Beningame.
I think it might have been. He seemed to stamp on him, but listen, we'll wait and see what they say.
Yeah, I didn't see it in real time myself. I don't think any of us did. We don't have the benefit of replays up here, so 7 minutes.
I think
are being added.
This is going to be possibly a red card.
I think it's on Jack Milne. I think he did leave the ground, but yeah, as you said, it is hard to see from up here, so this will be interesting.
Yeah, we're at the mercy of the officials at the moment. Some of our colleagues to our left are suggesting that it's going to be this is interesting. So there is not going to be a red card. That check is complete, and now they're checking for a possible penalty for Aberdeen, I think, which must be the one on McGrath.
Yeah.
So there is not going to be a red card for Aberdeen, and we'll see whether Aberdeen are about to get a check. Is now complete, and there is no penalty. So we're good to play on. So
there might be more than 7 minutes now.
Bearing with us through that, but VAR has studied the detail, which we don't have the liberty of viewing at the moment, so we'll trust the process, and on we go. Angus MacDonald lashes it forward, Rolls is underneath it, and then it's Jamie McGrath on the right hand side, cross blocked, Aberdeen throw down on this near side next to the Hearts penalty area. Devlin goes to Shinnie, who's completely free, works onto the left boot, and then thinks about the cross, and then decides better of it. MacDonald goes into the area, it's headed away by Oyegoke. Nielsen sends it back into the ground. Beningame's there, he looks like he's shaking off that sore one he took. It's sent back by Aberdeen. Halkett heads it up into the air, and we've played nearly 2 of the 7 added minutes. At the end of this game, it's still 1-1. Duke turns away from Forrester, and then his pass is blocked and out for a throw-in to Aberdeen on the far side. Keskinen goes back to Jack Milne, playing an unfamiliar left-back role after some reshuffling from Aberdeen. No Jack McKenzie in the squad today, and that's a loose one at the back. Then Vargas misses it.
He's on his heels.
And then it's played forward by Aberdeen. Forrester on the stretch into midfield, but it's there for Rolls. Rolls chips it forwards, and Shanklin's going to get there. Brilliant control on the thigh. Malloy's back, and then Milne's back, and the Hearts fans are screaming for a foul on Shanklin. Shinnie plays it up, and then Clarkson is looking for Keskinen behind, but good positioning from Kai Rolls again. And he's won it, and that has been checked in the background. That's Shanklin one, and it won't be a penalty.
No chance.
And here is Rolls. Rolls into Grant. Grant to Spittle, and it's come off his heel and away for Aberdeen, and then it's up towards Keskinen, and then George Grant is penalised for a foul on Sivert Hilton and Nielsen, which the Hearts fans are voicing their displeasure at.
It's a simple pass, it just hit the Spittle on the heel, jumps back into Grant. Nielsen's foul there.
4 minutes of stoppage time to play. and it is still 1-1 at Tynecastle. Aberdeen led in the first half through Leighton Clarkson. Nicky Devlin own goal in the second has levelled things for Hearts, but this is not going to be enough for the home side to get off the foot of the Premiership as it stands. That even if they score, they won't, but goodness me, 3 points would be massive for them. Aberdeen penalised as they sent that forwards, and it will be a Hearts free kick, and Craig Gordon's going to come out his box to take this one, and it's going to be sent into the Aberdeen half. Nearly 94 minutes on the clock. 7 went up on the fourth officials board. Craig Gordon sends it long for Hearts. It's won by Nielsen. Cammy Devlin picks up the seconds. I've said that a lot in this game. Nielsen and Devlin winning balls in the middle of the pitch. Devlin's underneath this one for Aberdeen. It bounces for Beningame, who heads it to Spittle and back first time to Rolls on the halfway line. Up to Spittle, left hand side. Then Rolls infield to Halkett. Halkett square for Oyegoke, and it's back to Craig Gordon, who goes long, and Shanklin wins that, and George Grant's made a run towards the penalty area, but again it's too far in front of the Hearts man, and Duan gets out to claim it. Now the goalkeeper gets a return pass, and he's gone long, and he's found Clarkson. Don't know whether he meant that or not, but Clarkson's put it behind Milne, and Vargas has nipped in, and he's won a throw-in off Milne. And Hearts up towards the edge of the Aberdeen box with a throw-in. The crowd roars as Hearts look for a winner. It's thrown backwards. We've played 95 minutes. Still 2 left. Halkett to Rolls. Rolls back to Halkett. Halkett goes long. Vargas has made the run. Malloy's struggling, and it breaks for Shanklin on the edge of the area, and he strikes it. Sat up nicely for him, and he sends it over the crossbar.
That's a good run by Vargas coming off the touchline. We get the break of the ball. Hearts drops to Shanklin, and he's unlucky. He strikes just over the top of the crossbar.
So, a minute and a half of the allotted time to play, and it's still 1-1.
It's been madness, Thomas. We'll have 105 minutes in total.
Yeah, it's been
injuries.
Breathless. So many injuries, and at the moment, nothing to separate the two sides. Duan takes the goal kick. Missed by Dukand. Oyegoke flicked to McGrath. Now it's Clarkson on the left hand side, and he hits that first time. I'm not sure again why he's not tried to take that down.
Yeah, the chance to obviously get a wee bit more composure. It's very unlike him. But a big thing for me is in the second half, yeah, both teams have been excellent. I think with Hearts you have that sort of vocal point in Shanklin. I think now in the last 20 sort of 30 minutes with Aberdeen, they haven't really had that vocal. Yeah, you have Jamie McGrath sort of playing as a false 9, but I think Sockler going off, and then you have probably the likes of Nisbet, as I said before. Would he have been maybe a better option, just to have the sort of a better vocal point?
And Duke is chasing after Forrester, but he's caught him there, and it'll be a Hearts free kick. He tried his best to get out the way, Duke, but there's a wee bit of a coming together, and Forrester stayed on his feet, and that gets the free kick anyway. And well, I think this will be the last action of the game as Craig Gordon lines up this free kick, and he's just going to punt it long, and Hearts are going to try and cause some panic and havoc in the Aberdeen defence, as Hibs managed at Easter Road on Tuesday night. It's long though. Shinnie's won it up into the air. Rolls goes up, wins the seconds. Shanklin brings it down, gives it to Spittle. It's over the top. Grant goes after it, but McDonald clears it off the park. Hearts throwing in line with the edge of the Aberdeen box. We've played the 97 minutes. Is this going to be the last play? It probably will be. Is there going to be a winner? It looks like it will be Hearts to get it, if there is one. Oyegoke sends it forward, edge of the area, Spittle, then it's headed by McDonald. Keskinen heads it away, Rolls tries to send it back in, and then it breaks for Grant, left corner of the box. He slides it to Spittle. Spittle, low cross. Nielsen's there, takes the touch, and then boots it down the field, and that might be that in terms of this game. And it runs out for a throw in. Halkett goes quickly, and we're still playing. Nearly played 98 minutes.
Got the 2 checks for the red card and the penalty. So.
Yeah, so we're still going. Oyegoke sends it long. Devlin decides to leave it, and it'll go for a throw-in right down next to the corner flag for Aberdeen.
Referee saying 1 more minute.
So we'll have another minute here to play. Some fans are heading for the exit, some are lingering on the concourse to catch the last bit of action. Devlin with a throw-in down next to the corner flag for Aberdeen. Hearts trying to pin Aberdeen into that corner. It's thrown up the line, won by Rolls. Devlin heads it back, then Spittle, and it's Malloy who comes a long way, side foot from Beningame. Spittle's header to Rolls, and then it's out to George Grant, left hand side. Grant with a cross the back post. Shanklin's there, as is Milne. Shanklin gets the head on it, but Malloy is in front of Vargas and clears it down towards the halfway line. And it's still in, is it? No, it's out now, and Hearts will get the throw in, and it's Devlin who has it. This must be the last attack. 20 seconds left, and we've nearly played 99 minutes at Tynecastle. It's forward for Grant, left hand side for Hearts. Crosses in, Shanklin at the back post, Milne's there, and then it's flicked on by McGrath. George Grant with a strike, pushed away by Doohan, and then Duke flicks it behind for a Hearts corner, and we're going to have time for this corner.
It's a great save from Doohan, nice hit from Grant, good save from the keeper.
Tense times at Tynecastle, and nerves are frayed. Hearts trying to roar this on. The fans, corner comes in, flicked up and away, edge of the box, Spittle blocked, it breaks in the area, Hearts have it, Halkett with the footwork, but then Shinnie gets in and hacks it away, and I think there is an ongoing check for something from before that corner. I think Kevin Clancy's just checking before he blows the full-time whistle, and the checks are now complete, so there is the full-time whistle. And it's a point apiece at Tynecastle in a breathless game, and the players just sink to the turf. Some of them absolutely done in. We had so many injuries from both sides, and both players gave absolutely everything, and in the end nothing to choose between them. Leighton Clarkson's goal in the first half had Aberdeen in front, but Hearts battled back well in the second, and a ball in which I thought Drama had got the final touch on. It turned out to be Nicky Devlin, and it found its way into the same corner that Clarkson had found in the first half for Hearts to bring things level. So Hearts will finish this weekend where they started the game, and that is rock bottom, but they have closed back to 2 points behind rivals Hibernian, and Aberdeen can't close back to within 2 of Celtic before they play the champions on Wednesday night at Pittodrie. But it was breathless stuff. Wasn't always the highest quality in the final third, but there was so much endeavour, and both sides gave absolutely everything, and in the end at Tynecastle it has finished. Heart of Midlothian 1, Aberdeen 1.
Hearts